Hello, everybody. How we doing today?
Yeah.
I'm exhausted, but I'm ready to party.
I can't hear you.
Tyler, you.
Aye,
I said Tyler.
aye,
Wow, I did not mean that.
Wow.
Aye, Captain.
Wow.
I
So-
can hear you.
Listen, everybody. I'm expecting.
You're expecting?
What are the? Yes, I am. Hey. One of the things I love about this campaign, and I'll probably say this like almost every week, is I love how we get to start off like right off the bat. There's like a clean, clear. We know what the fuck we're doing to get things started. It's like almost
You know
instant
what we're
focus for
doing.
us.
Well,
And what it
none
is
of
we're
us
having
know.
Rena. Rena looks very excited to be here. Rena, did you just get out of a very long workday?
It does look like that, doesn't it?
Rena, do
I
you need
actually-
caffeine or alcohol?
I just cracked open a Red Bull, so
From being married, I know there's one thing that Molly and a lot of females I know like to be told. It's you look really tired today.
I'm
Like their favorite thing to hear.
I'm married.
Yeah, but you suck.
yeah.
To be fair, though, I usually look way more tired than she does, so I can get away with it.
You look older and sadder.
I am older and sadder, so it applies.
I've just been fighting a headache. It's like one of those brain fog kind of days. You know what I mean? I left work early. I was like, I don't need to be here. I'm like, y'all got it, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye. And then straight up left. So
Must
that
be
was
nice being the boss, Rena.
I'm not the boss.
I just assume you're the boss.
Everyone says I'm the boss, but I'm not actually the boss.
Who says that?
That's the nice like middle ground, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Where everyone listens to me, but I have none of the responsibility, so nothing comes back on me.
Oh, so like Regicide in Star Wars, right?
Does everyone listen to me?
Is this everywhere you go?
No.
You're like, I get all the power and none of the responsibility. It's nice to live this life.
I don't think that's how it works in Regicide. But we're here for Star Wars, so
Would you like to
I'm
roll the
gonna
first?
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Light
right,
side,
you-
great way
My
to
turn.
One of
start.
the hardest ones to roll is a single light
Right.
side.
My turn. Woohoo!
back
The
to
hardest
back.
one to roll. Wow.
Mhm.
Pat, are you third or my third?
Go for it.
Yes.
What the fuck?
And you tip the balance in my favor. Thank you, sexy.
We've been here the longest. We like to fuck shit up and never have any. This is how we used to play. It was always dark
Can
side.
we use a light side for Varen to reroll?
Yes.
Just kidding. I'm just
No,
kidding.
God no. It'd be 4-1.
Hmm.
Yeah, but then you get to reroll, so it could be 6-1.
No, that doesn't make sense. That's impossible.
All right.
We're all very awake today. Can you guys tell?
I mean, I won't lie. I went live at 6 a.m. this morning, which was about 15
So
hours
did I.
ago.
At 6 a.m. in the morning?
I went live at 6 a.m.
In the morning.
Yeah, it was 15 hours ago.
Wow.
So did I.
Yeah. Was it 6 a.m. your time or 3 a.m. your time?
6 a.m.
Oh, so 12 hours ago. Yeah, gotcha. Hmm. All right.
Where's
I'm-
that recap?
Rena, you've been fighting a headache all day long. So I would like to ask you to pass the responsibility of the recap.
Make Scott do it.
Got to it.
I got alcohol.
I mean, we can wait.
You do
Is
that,
that- so-
you know Treadmill's just gonna steal that and just do things to you.
Is that your first one of the day, Scott, or is that like your sixth?
That's a
First.
second.
Okay.
It's my second.
Oh. All right. 2 and counting.
Well, it was a long work day. Sugar keeps me happy.
Hmm.
Have Elmo
Honestly-
recap. Let's let Wave save his voice.
Thank you.
So do you want Messi to recap?
Yeah, Messi. Do you remember?
That's fucked up. That's really weird that you
It's
said
almost
my
like you had to
name
pay
there.
attention last episode, Messi. Do you remember what happened?
Yeah, I remember what happened.
Great. Can't wait to hear
That's
it.
no moon. But it was.
Okay.
Ship down bad.
Here's some good notes you wrote down.
Enemy squadron on the move. And zip zop zoop. We made it to the station, no problem. That's the whole recap right there. If you missed it. You have
If
to
we
go watch
missed
the
it, you'll
VOD.
say the line again and again and again.
Yeah.
Great.
That was terrible.
Thank you.
I was
Maybe
like-
don't ask me to do these anymore.
This reminds me of the scene in Billy Madison whenever like Adam Sandler gives like his like recount of like he answers like the question the poor person who asks is like, that was one of the worst responses I've ever heard, and we are all dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy upon your soul.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was pretty funny. I haven't seen that movie in like since before Messi was born.
How old are you, Mister? I probably haven't either.
I'm 25.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've probably seen it since then.
Messi's the youngest here. I mean, it's Rena.
I thought Rena was like 40 something.
She is.
Oof.
Rena's actually the oldest one here.
That's
Just
what I
your
thought.
new world character version of Rena.
Oh yeah, Rena, I have a grandma.
Must be nice. All mine are dead.
Oh, wait.
Same.
Huh, do I have a living grandma?
And
Oh,
I'm the youngest.
You guys want nothing
I
cool about
don't
my
have a
grandma?
living grandma.
I was named after my grandma, and she's beaten cancer twice.
Wow.
Your grandma Patrick,
Yep.
or is it Patricia?
Patricia, probably. Yeah.
No,
My
I'll
grandma's-
let-
There's always balance, like in the force, because my grandmas combined are 0 for 2 on cancer.
Oh.
Well, so are mine.
Actually, my
so-
grandma died of cancer. My other one died of an extremely
All
rare
right.
lung disease.
Guys, welcome to Star Wars, the most upbeat, happy place to be. Welcome to the stream. We're here to cheer you up and make your days better. You're all gonna die.
Speaking of dying,
And we'll meet you there
CPK.
on the other side.
like the scary
Not
part
today.
of it, the scary
You
part of
think
it.
Varen and I are gonna TPK? Right.
Well, to be fair, you actually
If-
could survive in space for a little while.
If Crossa was here, maybe.
Wow. He
I
is
almost finished the job.
here, but he is here.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You're eating him right now. He was that popsicle.
All right, well, we're at the station according to Messi. What the fuck
Messi
does
was
that
wrong.
mean? What's
No,
the
we're at the
station?
station.
We went
We
to
made
the
it to the
police
station.
station. We went to the what station did we go to?
It was like the worst
Radio
recap. Could
station?
you give us an accurate ending to the session?
Nope.
All right, we're on the station.
Let's act like Jeff Bezos and go to the moon.
So-
Only for 10 minutes.
I'm actually disappointed that he gave such a shitty recap because he was literally the last die roll of the session and he pulled all stops and was a fucking badass. And so he's sitting there being like,
Yeah,
"We're there."
that was the Zip Zop Zoop part. I don't know if you heard me say that.
Well, of course, zip zop zoop. I should have known that's what you meant
Yeah,
by
that was the
your
zip zop
tremendous
zoop, and
I
work.
was sitting there
made
like
it to the
rut row
station.
raggy. You know, like,
What a topical reference, dude. Nice one.
thank you.
Did you
Right.
see that on TikTok?
I don't.
Previously on
have,
TikTok.
I don't have TikTok.
Oh, you don't?
Or-
Mm-mm.
Crazy.
Mm-mm.
Great. So who wants to actually say the ending so we can go on? Because I don't actually remember. Because I've had a long week.
Okay, so wow, Messi, that was just. I'm
If you
genuinely
remember
disappointed.
last time,
the you
we
guys were being
were
chased.
traveling, we weren't being chased. We were going to drop us off. What are you talking about? We were not being chased by anybody.
There's no one chasing us. Scott, you gotta
There's
look at
no
the-
one chasing us.
Scott, can you look at the screen
Out
again?
there.
Scott,
Look at what screen?
There's no one chasing us.
There's no
There were
longer anybody
people-
chasing you.
There were people that were alerted to our ship being in their space unit because we flung by their planet too fast. That doesn't mean they're chasing us.
Yeah,
They're
I
just-
messed up the hyperdrive on our way in. We
They're
came in
just
too hot and
Out
heavy. You know?
looking for us. That doesn't mean they're chasing. There's a
We're
difference.
always hot and heavy on Lost
We
Initiative.
may or may not be hiding on a moon.
Hype
Yeah.
train. Woo!
We did hide on a moon.
We did get high on the moon.
We got high on the moon.
Right before we got hot and heavy.
Right after we got hot and heavy.
Yeah, it's a lot happening in for one episode.
God damn it.
Managed to repair the ship enough so it could just barely make it to the planet that we were aiming for. On the way, though, an important thing to note is that Varen was trying to figure out why there's a bounty. You know, he asked a couple more questions. He did find his lightsaber, and figured out that Mathis had it on him the whole time.
Took 'em long enough.
That
Hey.
fucker.
It was pretty cool though because he like used the force to try to bring it to him, and it like clanged against the door, and then he ignited the lightsaber, freaked out Mathis, who then opened the door and let him in to go and get the lightsaber, which was pretty awesome. What else?
The big thing
L4
is,
and R1 like had a bunch of conversations about the ship. Basically hyperdrive is totally screwed, can't use it anymore.
Not today. Stars aren't in position.
They're not today.
Bato cleaned his gun.
Otto cleaned his gun. He also did point out an area on the moon where we could have like hidden the ship, but we chose not
At
to,
the
just for the
cost of
sake
oxygen.
yeah, exactly, because of life support. So, so now I think where we were leaving off is we.
I also I allowed
maneuvered our way
chat to
through.
roll some D100s to see whether or not they would notice you, despite because you whether or not with the likelihood of them noticing you. So if you stayed here or here, it changed the number. And they actually chat actually did you a favor. So if you just want to thank chat, they
I got
rolled
Cross's knife. That's right, because
Shit.
someone rolled like a 96 on a D100.
You did.
Yeah.
You did find Cross's sacred sack dagger.
and didn't we roll that you didn't find it?
No, we did. Because
Oh, you did.
We
No, he-
rolled like a 97.
That's
We
right. That's right.
found that. Yeah.
Yep. And what was I saying? And that Rena, so you did not move the ship like you said, but you didn't find you anyways because there were so many wounds over that direction, this asteroid belt and everything. And then
believe
Rena, did you want to finish? Or
Varen-
you want me to finish up for you?
Zero, you
found-
rolled a
you go
96? Hell yeah.
Okay. And then when you guys finally took off, you started heading out, and you noticed on the sensors, you're like, something's coming. I think it was actually Varen that noticed it on the sensors, and you guys started like trying to get away, and then finally it was Pride, who was like, hold on, guys, I can't, 1 second. And then took you guys into the asteroid belt, and then zooped your way through the asteroid belt, and blasted well outside of their sensor range. So more or less riding the asteroid belt along like the rim. So not just like going directly through the asteroid belt, but actually staying within it long enough to get outside of their sensor range. And once you're able to get outside of whatever their ship's sensor range was, you were never able to scan the ship to even see what kind of ship it was, or like who had control of it, or anything like that. You failed that check. Either way, you were able to get away from the ship and then pull in towards the actual Castellon, which is the planet that you see beneath me. Now, Messy, as you're coming in towards this planet, the ship that you're riding in, it's shaky, as we've talked about beforehand. You can feel that the engine is the heat levels for your engine are all over the place. Your power levels are spiking and dipping as you're more or less drawing power consistently from other systems that are supposed to call for power. But some of these systems, like say life support, also require a constant supply of power. So there's always like jumps and dips in power. Yes, sir.
What does the scouter say about its power level?
It's over 9,000.
Yeah, so we're good.
We're good.
It's a little concerning that it's over 9,000.
Oh.
Seems a little high. Maybe he should
Degrees,
work on lowering
degrees.
that.
Fahrenheit, so it's not scary.
What about Kelvin?
Who's Hobbs? Like in Hobbs? Foxtrot's not here, so we don't have to, you know.
Foxtrot's
Oh,
not
no.
here.
Oh no!
She has a name. You could just call her Molly.
Wait, no, God, that's so much creepier. Even Rena's doesn't want to
makes
look.
it really. The bouncy really just makes it like, whoa. Okay.
Oh.
Fucking terrible, dude.
It's the best note though. It's so
I'm
funny.
gonna have that nightmare tonight, and I'm gonna sleep well.
A little weird. Why are you gonna
Yes.
sleep well with that? That's
What,
You're welcome,
that's
chat.
very creepy, Scott.
That's not what nightmare means. Yeah. You might be
Dream
a little-
about me, Scott.
Oh, Jesus, I was
All right,
frightened.
when did we get to the station?
So as we were saying, so the you guys are flying down towards the planet. As I said, there's an orbital station that can take care of refueling of massive ships and whatnot, like capital ships that cannot refuel inside of orbit, and then there's a different refueling station that's down and actually on the planet, sitting by the water for you to actually refuel your vessels there for a ship like yours. So Messy, as you guys are flying in towards this, like I said, you can see that the heat is jumping up and down on the ship's what is it? The sensors are telling you the heat is extremely high. You can see the power levels are kind of like bouncing up and down, giving you very kind of like all over the place readings, and sometimes you'll actually feel your steering kind of like almost as if your power steering was coming and going, and all of your the algorithms or whatever that's supposed to design like where you're supposed to go to, kind of like setting up the paths that you're doing. So you're more or less riding this by sight instead of using as much of the additional nav that you would usually have when flying a spaceship in, you know, space. It uses lots of AI or whatever it is to guide you. That being, oh God, Wade. That being said, as you're flying into the actual atmosphere of the planet, with your engines already running hot and you hitting that atmosphere, not having the full control to, you know, slow yourself down, you can imagine that the heat on the outside and the inside of the ship is causing some serious issues. Rena, this is where it comes over to you. He's noticing that the heat's so high, your engine might just completely go. Like it might go, and if it does, that going can either be it cuts out because of like an emergency exhaust of heat, and it shuts itself down, cooling and so on and so forth, or, you know, because you guys had to pull wires from here and there and so many other places to make things function to get here, it could just explode instead. So realizing this on the sensors, because I believe in the cockpit right now, in the seats that you have up there, you have Vato. Varen. Varen is sitting there inside the seat that oversees the sensors. Rena's in the seat that oversees like kind of the mechanics part. Messy, you were inside the co-pilot seat, but you flick the switch to become the pilot. And the pilot is inside the pilot seat, but he's currently switch flicked to be the co-pilot. So anyways, seeing these sensors go off, Rena, you're of course
Otto's in the gun that doesn't have power.
Correct. So you don't notice anything's going wrong aside from like, seems awfully smoky in here.
Well, no, you told me last time. I realized the power wasn't on.
Oh no, not the power aspect. I meant the heat levels, everything else that I'm describing at the moment. You don't believe you're in a flaming inferno.
I don't see that anything's wrong.
So, wait, do you have a sword to pull that off?
Wait. Question. But I not see that through thermal stuff on my helmet?
The answer to both is yes.
Your thermal helmet is not going to be able to see through all the layers of the ship to notice.
No, but wouldn't I notice that it's bright fucking red?
Again, because you're in space right now, just entering into the atmosphere.
Space.
There's enough of a vacuum of area you wouldn't be able to see straight through the hull or through. It's not conducted enough, so you wouldn't pick it up yet. Rena, back to you. I imagine your character is the first one to realize, oh shit, we might go boom. I don't know how you would react, and we're talking within like milliseconds afterwards. You would have Messy's character, and then Varen and the other pilot, Mathis, noticing, or Maths, I should say, noticing all at once. So I'll leave it to you guys to kind of, what do you say or do?
I mean, I guess I'm going to do two things. First thing I'll say, try not to be alarmed, but there's a high possibility that the ship will explode. And then the second thing I want to do is see if I can do anything about that from where I am.
So I mean, if you're just gonna quickly
The
do
ship
like
is going to explode. I should probably do something about that.
Yeah.
if you're gonna quickly do a diagnostics right now, you have all the diagnostic systems are still functioning, so you have no black dice that you have to roll against, right? But unfortunately, because things are kind of like all the sensors are not. You're not reading fine-tuned readings. You're reading some pretty extreme levels that are kind of jumping and dipping. You're going to be rolling against 1 red and 2 purple. It's the hard check, but it has a little bit of a additional difficulty and upgrade on it.
What am I doing? A mechanics or?
My apologies, because whenever you're doing like an analysis, like a systems rating, it's going to be a computers.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to ask. Are you going to use a light side? Because
Because
I totally want to use the dark side on that one.
I already forgot.
Mm-hmm. Now you get punished.
Sorry.
So
I succeeded.
You not only succeeded, you're going to be able to, with that advantage, as opposed to being able to pass it off. I'm going to take that as like a knowledge in this situation. You both not only able to discover kind of like what you can do, but you actually discover it quick enough that you can kind of get things under wrap pretty quickly. So
Nice.
more or less what you can do is you can choose to stay here and continue working in a computer's check to handle like telling the computer where to vent its air and whatnot, at the same time as having R1 in the mechanics area take over the kind of like literally switching around where plumbing is going, where piping is going. So because what you're doing is you're literally dropping and you have tons of like generated heat, generated energy, air, so on and so forth, you're going to be able to have R1 literally exhaust. So if you guys are coming in instead of the way you're supposed to, nose in, if you actually want to come down at this planet belly down, you can have R1 move around a couple of like pipes and whatnot, exhausts, and just start exhausting all the heat straight down, helping to reduce your entrance into the planet while also using the thrusters down there. So it's not going to be anywhere near as graceful as a landing. We're going to be tossing some black dice over to Messy, but it'll make it so there's less likely that your system goes boomy. It's up to you if you want to keep things simpler for him because he has the aerodynamics, or if you want to make it harder for him and have an easier time with controlling the heat situation.
Um,
I like it when he's hard.
I think
What?
I'm gonna make it easier for me in this situation. Sorry, Bessie.
Apparently Rena likes it soft.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. I don't care.
No, making it harder for him. Okay, anyway, we're moving on.
Serving up some floppy joes.
He limp.
No follow-up.
You literally can't.
Was that it? Okay.
So what
It's
am I
the
doing?
final countdown.
Better than
Oh.
floppy joes.
Oh God.
Okay, easier check for me, harder check for him. What am I rolling?
So we're gonna have an R1 rolling, but then you're handling the computer
Okay.
side. So for R1 first, R1's gonna be rolling against 3 perps. Where is R1? R1.
I will live.
I'll give us NPC rolls. Yeah, I do. 2 perps. Sorry, 3 perps. I said. Did you guys want to use any light side to assist R1, whose mechanics, as you know, is just two yellows against 3 perps?
I don't know.
Do you want light side for the NPC? Yay or nay?
I don't know.
I mean, I'd like to not explode. Probably, right?
Mm.
Last time we gave him a light side, he failed.
Scott, can I
You're welcome to flip it if you'd like, Rita. Yes, sir.
make this
You don't
check
know?
easier by turning off the thrusters
You want
and
to
using showboat?
well,
It's my
the thrusters are
You
what's
get what I'm
the
saying?
thrusters are what's slowing your.
Oh, the thrusters are going backwards.
The thrusters are shooting down, like they're slowing you. They're slowing you down. Otherwise, you're gonna
Could I
come
do a
in at
barrel
terminal
roll to
velocity.
slow down?
We were going down,
that's not
down
how-
in an earlier round, but Messi were going down swinging.
No, I got you.
So, Rena, pop one or yay or nay?
No.
No? Cool. I'm gonna be a horrible DM because you didn't use one you didn't give me a chance last time. I have to.
You're
this time.
dark siding an NPC.
I'm
Oof.
dark side and NPC. That's right. I am a jerk.
Well,
You guys had control. Okay, well, triumphant failure.
Do something with that.
I'm going
Like
to
to
have
choose something that distracts the scene. We don't blow up.
It's the NPCs in your hands. What would you like to do, Rita? What would you do? Can you
Make
come up
'em-
with an idea or?
I'd like to make him hard.
no, don't.
No, we're
It's made of metal.
focused.
Let's get to the RP point.
Star Wars. Oh, that's not the right one. So I could just do something to change the scene, right? That's what we're saying.
Or you can reduce one of my rolls.
Or your own
I
roll.
see
by
what
limiting-
I see
by
what
a-
Wade's
by a
saying.
purple.
He's saying he's mechanical.
reduce 1 difficulty die from yours or allies check. Just
I hate
check.
that.
I feel like I'd rather reduce the difficulty. I
Of
don't know,
your
'cause
of
I
your
don't know.
check.
Yeah, because
I mean, in theory, he could reduce the difficulty of Messi's check. I can
I
make
feel
that happen.
like that makes more sense. because I'm pretty confident in my roll. It'll be fine. Let's
Sure.
reduce his difficulty.
And it's gonna pass the blue
Really
die to
do-
the
do
next
yours.
person.
Do mine?
Yeah, do yours.
I feel like it's more important to like pilot the
make,
ship,
Make yours
but-
easier. I'd rather not explode, given the opportunity.
All right, fine.
Wait.
I'll make mine easier then.
I think we can do the same thing, but yeah. that's
So
fine.
Reduce
so what
one purple
the
die. Okay.
what the reducing the difficulty and giving you a a reduction, it reduces one purple die, correct? So the it's not able to get the pipe set up in such a way as to have all the exhaust shoot straight down to help slow down the speed. But however, what it is able to do is still just get all the exhaust systems set up for one quick clean blowout. So you could intentionally blow out the entire system, allowing you to just completely vent all the heat here
Vent?
and entirely nullifying the concern of an explosion. The downside to doing this is it will temporarily shut off the systems. So you're going to have Messy is going to be flying with a dead engine for a little while you guys are getting it rebooted. And B, it's going to blow out all the air and heat and whatnot that you currently have in the ship. So it's just going to be really cold in there for a minute. It's going to take a bit for the air to come back online. So it's just going to require everybody to make an easy resistance check. Easy being one purple resistance check.
We're all gonna fail that. Our resilience is shit.
But you're going to completely eliminate the option of the ship exploding. Do you want to go for it, Rena?
I mean, yeah.
Resilience?
I feel like that seems like to a droid character, it seems like the higher probability of success here.
You're like
so,
cold.
yeah.
Who cares?
Well, they,
Whatever.
They gave you a blue die, and they reduced it from 3 purple to 2 purple for you. So you're going to roll me a computers with a blue die and gets 2 purple.
Oh,
What
Do you
are
wanna
the
use
odds
light
of
side
failing
point?
This.
I guess yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I totally was not going to use the dark side.
Damn, Pat.
I was not going to use. I was like, what am I going to
Get
do?
her.
I have no filter today. I'm so tired.
It's okay.
Oh, just download Snapcam.
today.
Yeah.
See, that's what
That
you
was
sound
funny.
like.
I'm gonna upgrade mine with the light side point.
Sure, go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
And
She's
computer
really hoping to
check.
get some triumphs in this. All right,
No luck, but good roll.
you were able to pass off that
Success
blue
is
die.
2 triumphs. Here we go.
So
Not-
you
not
pass
two traps.
you pass on that blue die to Messi, of course. And Rita, do you have any strain?
Oh.
Yeah, I do.
Heal 1 strain, pass the blue die to Messi. You succeed. Rita, you do a complete blowout of the ship. So again, almost all the oxygen leaves the ship, so it's difficult for everybody to breathe. And it's
We're in
extremely
armor.
cold in there as soon as you land in, because of course
2
you're
of us
venting
are
all the
armored.
heat
What do you
out.
mean?
Not
that cold.
Your armor, it doesn't have. It's not a vac.
We were on an ice planet. How much colder could this be?
Big summer blowout.
Space cold.
Never felt space cold before.
Well, if you want to be friends with Jeff Bezos, he could show you.
I don't.
Every bit.
Oh.
I'm the only bald person I care about.
Well, what about
If you
Lex
goddamn start
Bezos?
that Bo Burnham song, I swear to God, I'm going to dick slap
Who?
you.
Jeffrey Bezos. Jeffrey Bezos.
Scott really wants you to dick slap him, like really bad.
I don't even
You
know what to talk
did
about.
it, Jeffrey Bezos. I've watched that special probably about a dozen times. I've watched it
Great.
twice. I've
All right,
listened to
so
it
it's cold.
about a dozen times. Anyway, so I just skipped the
Wade's
stupid mom one.
uncultured.
Oh,
He
other
has
one.
he has no idea what we're talking about.
I'm very cultured. I have Burt's Bees lip balm.
That was
Okay.
cool like 20 years ago.
Okay, Scott, can we continue?
So you guys, I just need everybody except for Rena to go ahead and roll me a 1 purple resistance check, please and thank you.
So I
This is
Are
actually
we
math
still
this as
all
well, technically.
toxified from the tank, the frozen, the
What are the
Carbonite.
words.
Does he still have carbonite sickness?
Oh no, that we got rid of that beforehand. Remember?
Nope, that's fine.
Okay. NBC rolls. I use this.
Resilience is where? Oh, there. Uh-oh.
You guys suck.
I want to say how it wouldn't really make sense that a Mandalorian's using or rolling for resilience when I was out in space.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pat. You don't have to roll. Remember, you stole everybody's oxygen.
I was gonna say I don't know why I had to
Uh,
roll, but
I'm sorry. I forgot about you. Ignore your roll. You remember you
Okay.
stole everybody's oxygen from them.
I stole
You
like
Change the
fuck.
timeline by rolling.
So you're good, sir.
Okay.
1 purple for me. I'm just trying to get this set up. This is for Mathis. He succeeded. Pride
Doesn't
failed.
he pass the fuck out? Didn't he? Didn't we like kill him?
No, he's fine.
So Varen, she vents the systems, which completely reduces the heat of the engines. It kind of is able to start reboot and everything. So as soon as the systems vent and whatnot, as soon as they go out, she immediately is going to get right to work for getting the engines turned back online. This is going to be easy. It's going to require her to get the total of 5 successes to get the computers turned back online. She's rolling against 1 purple, and she just has to roll until it comes online. Okay. The good thing is that she has R1 assisting her, so she has a blue die in the matter. She's gonna be rolling a computer check for this. Okay, before you do that, Rena. So as you are sitting there and as you know, like immediately everything goes and it's instantly cold in there. It was like, Bato's like, huh? Life support got vented. I wonder if everybody's okay. It might want to like press a button and check other people out. That's up to him though, because he can sense that even if with his helmet and everything. Because immediately his suit would just like seal up all the areas that
Wouldn't
need
it
to be
just
sealed up.
immediately
And just,
like depressurize?
yeah, exactly. It's like it would hit all those seals, and just the tank that you have would fill up your suit with air, and you'd be fine in like 2 seconds. So, but then you have
Smell my
Varen.
farts, Bato.
Could you go ahead and roll me a 1 purple perception check? Because
Me?
you succeeded, right? Yes, you did. Actually, you can get that advantage. Don't forget to heal a stream with it. If you didn't
How much I
have
roll too?
If you didn't have strain, give yourself a blue die. Otherwise, it's 1 purple perception.
I'm wearing a Fall Guys hoodie.
Cool. Take a strain. Wade, you notice. Wade, you notice. All of a sudden, like everything goes, so on and so forth, and then you look up and you see that Pride had the wind knocked out of him. Really cold and instant vacuum of air, and isn't conscious at the moment.
Is it
Anyways,
like a Dyson?
you guys are in a free fall in a ship with no engines online, and your pilot just passed out.
But he looks awesome.
I don't think that's what that means.
There's 1 success. He looks okay.
He looks so sick. He's wearing shades. You can't
It
even tell.
doesn't even look like he's sleeping.
All right, so do I get to act now, or do I just know that and?
You first get act on it. Go right ahead.
It seems your pilot has passed out.
No, I'm doing fine. Oh, and he reaches over and he flicks the switch to take over again.
Cool. All right. Well, that's my. I guess. Can I do anything to help?
It's up to you. You can either try to wake up Pride, because you can tell that he's a really skilled pilot, or you can move his unconscious body out of the seat and take over being co-pilot.
Give him the old backhand.
Or nothing.
I'm not great at flying, but I can do it. I don't know anything about medicine though, so I
I'm
don't
not
think I
great
would know how
at
to wake him
jumping
up.
off cliffs,
there's-
but I guess I can do it.
Yeah, I would probably just.
More ways to wake
Move
up
him.
than medicine.
Dick
I
slap
cut
him.
my head off with a lightsaber.
Move him, just beat him against the wall.
Oh, you could use the force.
What skill is wake from knockout from space?
Influence.
Is it move or influence?
Influence roll him. Move him would be like just put him in the airlock and press the button.
Sauce.
I don't know. Does that qualify as a feeling, being unconscious?
You could
Sus me.
You could definitely wake him back up. If you scare the living shit out of him while he's unconscious, that could wake him up.
So what am I doing to wake him up?
If you want to use influence,
Flash him. Show him your tits.
you could scare him awake if you wanted to. That's what I'm suggesting. You don't have to. You can definitely move him if you don't want to play with the dark side.
Show him my YouTube channel.
I don't even think if Varen would
No!
think to do that.
That if he wouldn't, then don't.
You
Yeah.
say Varen's not a fan of my channel? Wow.
No, God, no. He hates it.
Smell my hand.
He's only subbed to one channel. NBC News.
That's Jeffrey Bezos.
Yeah, I'm just literally gonna move him. Let someone else wake him up. Baron doesn't know this guy. He's not gonna like risk it. He doesn't know how good of a pilot or anything he is. He's just gonna move him. He's like, okay, he's unconscious. I'll move him.
Okay. Look what you get. What is it? Look where you came from. Look at you now. Oh, so
I mean, unless I could like slap him awake, he might try to slap him.
That's what I'm saying. Slap him. Give him the old backhand.
if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to.
Do it.
Slap me, Wade.
Would you like to slap him
Can I
awake?
use move on his lungs to make them breathe?
Jesus, that is also dark side.
How is that dark side?
He overfills his lungs. They explode in
Oops,
his
it fell
chest.
off.
I'm CPRing.
Oh yeah, that's yes, that sounds
I've
great.
never
He
done
uses
this.
lightning to CPR.
I think I'd rather you just slap me.
With my force
Resuscitate him.
lightning.
He's
Yeah.
like,
Wake up.
pilot.
Ultimate
Do it.
cosmic
Oh my
power.
Oh, Jesus, Wade.
I
Yeah, you
said
get-
that
you
I
get-
someone from your future.
You can bitch slap him if you want. Absolutely, that would
That's
actually.
great.
I would say if you're trying to wake him up with a bitch slap, I will allow you to either use a medicine or a coercion.
I'll just use it. I would just use my rifle.
I'll coerce him awake. That sounds fun.
Slap me, Dad.
What am I rolling against?
To wake him up, 2 purple.
I'm not going to use a light side.
Make it 3
Rena, in the
purple.
meanwhile, you're gonna go ahead and roll me that 1 purple. Don't forget you have a blue die from R1. Where's the computer's check?
Should
You
she
need
do
5
that first, or should I do
successes.
this first?
Same time, so you guys can roll however you'd like.
All right.
Anybody using
Ready,
light
Rena?
side?
Let me know
Anybody
when you're
using
ready.
light-
I'll count us down.
Anybody using light side?
Oh, well, computers check.
No.
What? No, we're not using it.
Are you using dark side?
No.
Double dark.
So
Wait,
why-
Oh wait! I want a dark side Wade. I want a dark side Wade. I want a dark side
Are
Wade.
you-
Because they're gonna despair. If I get a despair, it'd be fun. Wait,
Are you
no, upgrade
upgrading
it.
me or
Yeah,
downgrading?
Upgrade.
Cool.
I want you to roll a
Alright.
despair on Messi.
Break my nose.
I'm coercing him awake. 3, 2, 1.
You broke your neck.
I failed.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so this is what happened with that advantage there. You may have slapped him so hard he didn't wake up, but Mathis appreciated it. You gave him a blue die.
So great. All right.
Rena, that's 4 out of the 5 successes you need. So
Matt
that's actually
appreciate it. Are you saying Matt got turned on by Varen's
that's
slapping
not what I
pride?
said, but yes.
That's exactly what you said.
Listen, Mathis turns over to you and says, "You
No,
must
no, no,
remove
you-
him."
I must be in him. I'm gonna just shut up. I'm
Bad.
so tired. This is bad.
Am I rolling again or?
You
what am I
are
doing
shortly.
here?
So you slap him in the face. He doesn't wake up. Maths is now going to do a piloting check in 2 seconds. So I'm sure you guys want to start reanalyzing the situation. For you, Patrick, are you going to have Bato stay up there, or is he actually going to come down and try to like, join in the cockpit area?
Would I have heard this all on comms? Did they even use comms?
I think they turned comms off a bit ago.
I was gonna say I thought they turned
I've been
it off.
talking to R1 though.
Right,
think
but
That
I
doesn't,
know.
but that doesn't necessarily mean open comms. You were talking
that
to R1
doesn't
with
mean
your own
I
personal
know.
comms.
That doesn't mean I know what the fuck's going on down there.
That was for me. I just wanted to roll an intelligence check on average difficulty for a reason.
Okay. And he is not human, so you would need xenobiology. So, so what did you say, sir?
Can I roll perception? I think that's the fairest way of me being able to choose if I'm gonna even act on something. If I would even notice that something's gone amiss. I mean, knowing that it clamps on, Bato would probably be a little concerned, but I don't know if he would really act on it. So I feel like a perception against whatever you think. Would you just average too?
Up to you, sir.
I mean, that would be just a normal perception.
Average perception,
too,
yeah.
right?
Wow, he failed.
That sucks, man.
He failed, but he's able to hold the angling really good. So he's going to pass those 2 advantage to turn it into 1 blue die for whoever does the next piloting check. Your perception failed, sir.
Yeah, Bato probably wouldn't notice. I think he would be a little concerned about the head clamp. And he would probably just radio in. Everything okay? My suit clamped down. I don't know if you
no power and the pilot's unconscious.
I don't know if you guys would even like respond because you guys turned comms off.
If you calmed me, I would answer.
I guess we do have that. We have our own communication things, don't we?
And you guys would have like your own.
We both have like helmets on.
Well,
Right.
you would also have your own personal comms that are what's what I'm looking
From
for?
Well, you, me, and
Like
Cross all
scrambled,
had
like
our own
Encoded.
things.
You would have your own. Yeah, you would have your own encoded comms.
Yeah.
That's all I would say. Just ship has no power and the pilot's unconscious.
What do you mean unconscious?
I'm working on it.
Oh.
Did you try slapping
Ooh.
him?
Yes.
I don't know what to do.
Ooh, Donuts do sound good.
Should have had a
I-
blue on his piloting roll.
I got donuts the other
Yep.
day.
Yep.
I just want to say this is Spiffy's fault. This is Spiffy's fault. This is Spiffy's fault. This is Spiffy's fault. One more time. This is Spiffy's fault.
We
No.
succeeded. What could
You should
possibly
have
go
rolled
wrong?
with the blue. Okay. All right.
Oh, wait. Wouldn't my advantage go to the?
No.
This is a re-roll
pre-
because
yeah.
he didn't put the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
Spiffy's fault. So, succeeded. So actually successfully slows down the ship, which is a really good thing. Actually does successfully slow down the ship. However, you guys are coming in so hard, so fast. The way he's slowing down the ship is literally using the belly side of the ship to create more air resistance, more friction with the air, right? To slow it down. So that's good news. Holding the angles, that's great news. The problem is it's so hot, it's actually superheated the bottom of the ship, and the hull is starting to melt. So you actually have the entire bottom of the ship is starting to melt to the point where you might not be able to drop landing gears when you get close to the wherever the landing surface is.
melting. Oh.
Correction. The ship has no pilot. The power is out. And I believe the bottom of the ship is on fire.
Rena, you're gonna go ahead and for like this round 2, go ahead and roll another computers. Wade, do you want to try to wake him up one more time, or are you just gonna move him out of the way?
Yeah, so I rolled to see if he would think about just trying to get into his head to wake him up, and he passed his intelligence check. So yeah, I'll influence him.
Cool. You
Is
go
this,
right ahead. His dark
Does
side.
this count as
strange
discipline v discipline?
I would actually say yes. It still is. Yes, because you're still
Okay.
trying to affect his mind. So he rolls discipline, no perps. You roll discipline, no perps, and you have to beat his. Messy,
And then I still have to use the force dice too. So it's what, 2
Messy,
force
simple
dice?
discipline, please. Yes, sir. What was that? One more time.
I'm using my 2 force dice as well to use the power.
Yes, correct. Yes, because you have 2 to work with. Yes, and Wade, are you go to light side this, or you good with that? Okay. Messy, you going to
Is it just discipline against nothing, right?
correct? Yeah, you just have to beat. Okay, good. You're good. This is a good thing. He beat you. So unfortunately, Wade, you got only 1 dark side, but is that all you needed?
Actually, it's 3 and 2.
Oh, that's right, because we can't auto add, which is so frustrating. I really wish there was a way that we could auto add on. If anybody uses Roll20's FFG Star Wars, and you know of a way to automatically add the 1 black and 1 white pip on there, like 1 light side, 1 dark side pip, that would be amazing if you could share that with us. Because unfortunately, I don't know how. But back
So
to
I
you,
guess
Wade.
Varen's in his head just
Wake. Or everyone dies.
Jesus.
And it works.
Yeah.
Morning.
Messy, you can describe how you wake up.
Okay. Um. Well,
Actually, Wade, would you
You
say
need,
that in that voice in his head, or
wake
would you
up.
say it in your regular voice?
I guess it would probably be my regular voice.
Yeah.
Wake, or everyone dies.
is it like a Force Ghost situation where it like echoes a little bit? Like
You see a
use the
little
Force,
floating
Luke,
green
like
guy
that?
who's kind of opaque. No, it's just a fucking voice, man. Wake up.
You had the
Why is he
chance.
little floating
You're a
green guy?
wizard, Pridey.
I'm a wizard.
Wake up, Luke.
Yeah. So he'd wake up and do like the stretch and open his eyes and just look at the chaos in front of him and realize that he was doing something before he passed
Good,
out.
you're awake.
And
The power's out, the ship's going down
yeah.
fast, and the bottom's on fire.
I mean,
Um,
my bottom's
we don't
on
need
fire.
the power.
You
The
might want landing gear.
Maths with one hand still on the his steering, holds on the steering. With his other hand, he puts it on top of the switch that's supposed to stop. That allows you to switch control over to the other side. It says, "It's my damn ship!" With his one hand on here and one hand on here, just kind of like holding it. seeing you wake back up.
Okay. He seems
Is he
confident.
refusing to give? You refusing to give control back? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he's refusing to give control back. I still have that pistol in my lap, right?
Slap him.
You
Slap
actually-
him.
You do still have that pistol in your lap.
Instead of just hitting his hand into the button, you're like, I could shoot him in the face.
No, I'm not gonna shoot him in the face. But I
He's
am gonna
shoot
pick
him
it
in
up.
his dick. Shoot
I'm
his
gonna
dick
pick
off.
it up and like nod down to it and be like, "Hey, remember, I'm still holding a fucking pistol."
Wait, you're gonna
Just
nod
gonna,
to
like,
your crotch?
Smile.
Don't forget,
No,
I
I'm gonna
have
do
a
crotch.
weapon.
I'm not gonna shoot him in the wiener. What are you talking about?
You said it was on your lap. You're just
He said
nodding
he
to
wasn't
your
shooting him in the
crotch.
head. Fix his skateboard.
Yeah, not the tip, not the tip, please.
So you pick
No
up your
tip?
pistol and aim it at him.
Yeah.
Is he hard?
So you pick up your pistol and you aim it at him. And then
You
I
tell me,
imagine,
Pat.
and
What
then
do
I
you want him to
imagine,
be?
and then I imagine you start doing the piloting check. The good news is,
Well,
as you,
I'd reach for the thing to flip it over. Yeah.
his hand
If
stays
he doesn't
there.
move
an
his
extra,
hand, if
his
we just
hand-
hold hands for a second,
Oh,
that's
hands.
fine.
Thank you for clarifying.
His hand stays there for an extra moment, and then eventually he's like, "Fuck," and pulls his hand away as you flick the switch, and it comes over to you. But it's funny because you
All
flick
right,
the switch.
Let's land this puppy.
You flick the switch, but there's no power to the ship. So you expect it, you flick the switch, but like nothing's
God.
going to happen. Except literally as you flick the switch, the final command is given by L4 D7. And you flick the switch and it goes like, and like your console completely lights up. You hear the engines kind of like really starting to come online.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
really struggling. And you're going to go ahead and you're not in the best of scenarios. Your ship is really fucked up. You're going to go ahead and roll me a,
Okay, wait, but the advantage for my roll, I would have healed like a strain, and I could give him a blue die here, right?
yes, ma'am.
Your computer check? Yeah.
Yeah, so I do.
You
that.
heal 2 strain.
Then she
and-
made my
and-
roll a little bit easier by
Yeah.
venting all the heat too. So,
Oh, okay, then I'll give.
or was that yours? No, you made your roll easier. You made mine
Correct.
harder. That's right. Never mind. Fuck you,
Yeah.
asshole.
I gave you a blue die.
I'm
She gave you
just-
6
Oh,
red.
great.
But, she did give you a blue.
Messy,
Trying you.
Messy. She's gave
Yeah.
you a blue die, and you're gonna be rolling against 2 purples and 2 red.
You
Two
might
purple, 2 red. That's fine.
might be worth light sighting this time.
Planetary, planetary,
Yeah,
planetary, not space.
That is,
Not
it's
that
the same
important.
fucking roll. I don't care.
Oh, is it for you?
Um,
Oh, it's different for
It's the
for
same thing.
Mathis.
Not important.
Scott, here's my question.
Am I hard?
Can you look at my sheet real
You
quick?
got Beskar armor.
I am looking right now.
Oh, bye, Rena.
He was flipping out.
The last ability here.
Sure, all the way down. Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming I have to. We already used it, but I'm assuming I have to call that before, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then how does that work with the middle one? I have so many. Hold on.
Are these,
Fifth-
is it a
sixth from the
secret?
bottom?
6 from bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 6.
You can always use that.
Yeah. but does that work with the other
Yeah,
one? Do I
why
still
wouldn't
get
it?
to do it again? Okay.
Well,
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah. If you're not
Then we're
happy
gonna
with the first, then you trigger the
both.
second. Yeah. Well, you use the first one. and
But do
then
I still get? Do I still get the last one?
First, you do the. You
Okay,
assume you
I'll
use the
just-
last
I'll-
one. You call the last one first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, just
I'm glad we're all caught up.
yeah, whatever.
Dude, I'm hard
I'm
as
still
fuck.
confused, but that's okay.
So you call the
Obviously,
last
I called
ability.
the last one first, but do I still get to use it
Of
if I
course.
use the other one?
Of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I wanted to know. Okay.
I said, yeah, I said yes the
I
entire
could
time.
rip someone in half right now.
Well, I honestly couldn't tell. Okay, piloting planetary,
Freaking Varen right now.
and I'm going against 2 purples, 2 reds. I have a blue. I'm going
Are
to
you
use the
gonna
light
use light
side.
Okay,
Boop.
you are. Okay. Are you gonna upgrade or downgrade?
We're going to downgrade here just because I'm worried about. Well, you know. And then I'm going to do. Can I put them in chat? Is that possible? I don't remember if I was able to put this in chat.
You can't put abilities in
No.
chat, unfortunately. It sucks.
That's
can-
impossible.
I'm gonna.
You can make macros that do that for you.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna use Showboat, which lets me.
Showboat. Show you my
Paste.
boat.
There you go.
Taking a starship vehicle makes every 2 straining in 1 triumph on success or spend despair on failure.
Roll your check, baby. 2 perks,
Yeah,
1
so I'm gonna
red.
take 2, and I used downgrade. So here we go. I'm on the wrong page. I gotta go to skills. Skills, planetary. Roll.
So you have a
Do I
triumph,
want to
a
reroll that?
despair, 2 successes.
Well, it's you get a triumph and a despair. They don't neutralize each other. They both take effect.
Yeah, I feel like I should use my once per session reroll on that.
That's up to you. Watch you fail and get 2 despair.
I'm really worried about failing.
That would
yeah.
be really,
I rolled.
really bad.
With
Yeah, maybe
all of
we
those
take the
dice, you rolled 0
despair.
failures other than the despair, but you still only rolled 2 successes.
Yeah, I know. And one of them was from that blue die. Well,
You
I
get
guess
a
the
lot of
despair had no.
advantage.
The despair had a failure attached to it too.
Yeah, I did.
So
That's up to you.
you know
That's
what? That's fine. I think I'll just take the 2 successes. So that's a free triumph and I mean that is a free
Just to
despair, too,
satiate curiosity. Click it one more time. I'm just curious. We're keeping this one. We all know that. I'm just curious.
Watch this one be
but-
like
okay,
3
we'll keep
triumphs.
this one.
Be a triple triumph.
Gotta reroll. Here we go. Wow.
Double triumph.
Oh, God. Hey, Molly.
That's okay.
Hey, welcome, Gym Squad. Do
I guess everybody else
Are
too.
you
But hey,
hard
Molly.
today?
Well, okay. Well, he means that
That's
you're
Pat's
having.
catchphrase of the day.
He means that you're
Pat's
having a
on
difficult.
something.
Are you having a difficult day? And if
Pat's
you are,
hard.
come in and
Not
sit
as hard
down.
as
We're
me.
hard.
You rolled 20 for me, buddy.
Yeah, Wade's like,
And I'll heal
Angles
for
inclusion.
That's
strain.
just erect. That doesn't. Hardness is a different scale.
I'm
That's not
going to
true,
heal
listen.
for strain and give Rena a blue die
go
on her next roll.
hard.
I'm wielding a diamond
Thank
blade.
you.
You're over there with talc.
Yeah.
You say talc? Oh, I get it.
Talcum
Off
X.
substance that
Oh,
breaks
Yeah,
apart.
Yeah, you know, you're referring.
I need
to...
something really
a
hard.
video
What's
game I don't
really
play.
hard?
Me.
It's true.
I wasn't
bang
talking
on
about
you?
Molly behind her back. I explicitly said we were talking about Calvin and Hobbes, and I said, "Well, Foxtrot's not here." That's not talking about it behind her back. I said nothing bad about Molly. Well, I have never once said anything bad about you that I can remember. So it's probably.
And I
it's
can
probably-
remember. That's a nice caveat.
Well, you know. Anyways, so back to game. We
Anyway, back to
Do you have a
game.
good stream, Molly?
is there anything particular you want to do with that triumph? Because I know what I'm doing with that despair.
Can I hear the despair first?
If the next
Or that'd
person in
be
chat that
cheating.
rolls a D100 rolls above a 50, you can hear the despair first.
A coin flip.
D100.
Okay.
Yep. All right, there you go. Thank you, Void.
All right.
So
Thanks for the coin.
that's going to be yes, the despair. The way it works is so the platform that you're supposed to be landing on, it actually is all the way down on the ocean surface because this planet is almost entirely. Well, this is not actually specifically where you're trying to go, but that's fine. This entire planet is almost completely ocean. We're talking it's like 98% water. It's almost completely ocean. But there's a large structure that is built somewhat into the ocean, mostly above it, as far as you can see, like iceberg, whatever. That you're supposed to be landing on. That's the actual platform where you're going to get the refueling from. Your plan was to land on the platform, refuel, maybe get some repairs done, whatever it might be. You're you fall short of the platform. So you're going to crash into the water, or land into the water, not crash, my apologies, because you succeed. You're going to land into the water with a platform within sight, within normal visual sight, not sensor. However, it is going to be in the water, not on the platform.
That's hot.
Thanks.
Okay. The good thing about that is that might fix
Whoa,
our fire
Watcher.
problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
The bad part about that is that we might all drown.
That's also
You
true.
might
It's a big hunk of ash.
Drown.
If I
You
were
can use
to
2 of your advantage to do a
retract-
free maneuver.
I don't even know what maneuvers are. If I
You're the
there's probably a
pilot.
page for it I can look at.
What? Ah! Okay, that's fine.
I don't even
Not
know what
worrisome at
maneuvering
all.
is. I just fly the plane, man.
Fly, drive, accelerate, decelerate, punch it, stay on target, evasive
Blah
maneuvers,
blah
angle
blah.
deflector.
All garbage I don't care about. Thanks, Wade.
Rena's like, I study when I play these games. Like I legit, I stay up all night long. Cryptic makes me coffee.
And meanwhile, Mess
I
is
don't
like,
go that
third
hard.
skill from the bottom, left
so you're
2,
not hard.
up 1,
Yeah,
B6.
he's
I mean, no, I'm not.
I told you Rena likes it soft. We already discussed this.
I can't believe
Man,
they're
I
not
got-
hard.
Do
Smell
you guys
my
have
hand.
any ideas on what I could do with this triumph to make us not die?
To change the scene?
Did you say ice?
Yeah,
maybe you could find a
said,
way
oh,
to like
It's the winter. It's not
if you
an ocean,
succeed on a
it's
check,
ice.
maybe you could angle the shields or something to where it would help us, even if we're landing on the water, would help us have a smoother landing on the water to where you could guide it somewhere.
Like skipping a rock.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or
Or
like
like
this
another
dude.
check, but like I think if you could succeed on that check, maybe you could get the shields to help us not disintegrate when we touch the water.
Okay, so is it like?
Just an idea, man. I don't know. I'm not the pilot. You are.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
or
what I'm
like you
doing.
land in the
Is it-
water, but there's a island even closer.
I don't
or
know,
something.
man. I'm not Jeff Bezos.
Seems like the ship's going under. And I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's not airtight.
I just
Actually,
got
it's
power
gotta be
back
airtight
to
because
the
we were just
ship,
flying in
right?
space.
So we could.
So it's definitely airtight.
we could. We
Not
could
watertight.
move the shields to the bottom of the ship, like Liquid was saying.
I don't know if the
Okay,
shields
I
actually
guess
work
that would
that way.
negate-
I'm just Star Wars.
Well,
Yeah,
but
we
we're,
can-
but we're not crashing. We're landing. It's not like a,
In
it's not like
water.
we're coming in 50
With no-
miles per
with
hour.
no
with no landing gear
Yeah,
on
What is
water.
a shield gonna do?
That's called crashing.
Help break the fall.
What's your fucking
Unless it's a
idea,
ship.
pilot? You don't know what a fucking
I don't
maneuver
have
is.
one, I'm
The most
sorry.
important shit pilots do.
I don't know
I just
what
looked it
that
up. It
means.
doesn't seem that important right now. Let's punch it. Just kidding.
God, kill me. TPK.
He's like, punch it. I wake up late for school.
Let's do
and
a
I
Force
don't
Ghost
wanna
campaign. I'll bring
go."
Damn Shun back.
Come on,
Yeah, that's
Messi,
it.
make a decision.
I have no idea.
Man, if
Cool.
only someone had
You
given an idea.
downgrade the next check that's made. Cool. Awesome. So you guys are going to land. It's going to be a rough landing, but you're going to land in the water. So you're going to come landing into the water so that you can actually see the platform that you want to get to. It is within actual sight. Like if you were to be in the cockpit, which most of you are, looking out of the window, or in the dorsal gun, looking out the windows, you can actually physically see the structure. But it is still a good couple miles away, or several kilometers away. Yes, Rena?
I was gonna say, why couldn't he like pull a Millennium Falcon and angle us back upwards so we can like slow down our
This
fall?
isn't a
Like, do, like,
Hollywood
kinda-
movie, Rena.
I'm just saying, it's like
Just
He
based
could've
in the
done a lot
Hollywood
of
movie
shit.
universe.
He's the pilot that's never thought about what ships can do.
This
Ships
is
can do
real
things.
You
life.
were eating
slow it
bear for
down by
too
like,
long, claw hands.
doing it literally like a.
I thought that's what the point of the piloting check
It's okay.
was.
It's okay, Rita. So you guys landed into the water. It's a bit of a hard landing, but it's not. I wouldn't consider it a crash, right? Because except
I'll
it's
be
in the
right
water.
back. My dinner is here.
So it's definitely a crash. Either way, so you skip in the water a couple of times, and eventually the thing is able to come to a stop.
That noise in the water.
What was the last time you went water skiing, Wade? What was the last time you
in
went water
Ural.
skiing, Wade?
I could have done it this weekend. You don't know. I was down in a lake.
Ohio's known for
So
its
the
oceans.
answer is no. What?
You cannot water ski in lakes or rivers, only oceans. Duh.
Apparently. Apparently. I'll make sure to remember that tomorrow. next week.
not high enough. How are you gonna water ski?
Okay. It hurts. It hurts so bad. Messy. Wade, you, because you're inside the console area over by the scanning area. After you're done going, could you go ahead and roll me another perception? Two perps. A two perp perception.
One. Skua.
Let me get to the story, damn it.
Two purple perception.
I keep trying to get to the story, but they won't let me.
Story.
I'm not gonna use light side.
Okay.
You should have used the light side.
So unfortunately,
green?
the strain comes from like the hard landings or whatever it might be, right? So, anyways, the ship comes to eventually comes to a stop, and like you said, it's several kilometers, a few miles away from the actual vessel that you're kind of hoping to get to. More or less, kind of sitting there, you actually have Rena on in your comms. You hear, but in short, you hear what's his name? R1
Shit!
C0.
Fuck! We're gonna die.
He just says,
I must remove it.
it's toast.
Ooh, lunchtime. Thank you, R1.
What are
Um,
waffles?
Did they
I thi-
jam our sensors or just our sandwiches? Sorry.
I assumed it would be. Not much more we're going to get out of it at this point. How far are we
Weird.
from the
Stranded on this planet. In the water. Where
That was in
will
your
we
direct-
from
go?
our
it's just,
initial yeah. How far are we from our initial landing position?
It sends you like again, so it's a several kilometers. It sends you the kind of like the distance that it can see, and
distance,
you can
yeah.
also just kind of beep boop beep boop beep and kind of like see where it is from where you are. I mean, there might be parts on the ship that you can salvage, or if you can get a crane to lift it up and bring it to a shipyard, it could probably be fixed with a lot of credits and dedication. But this thing is going nowhere as it is right now.
If I use move hard enough, can I launch myself and like one other person, and then like the next round just keep launching across the water and fly?
I would say no, but what you can do is swim over there and use launch to get yourself up on the platform. Oh wait, no, that's a separate check called control, I think.
Can I just get out and like pick the ship up like I once did?
No.
Hmm.
Oh shit! I had experience points I was supposed to use.
You know what's funny, Pat, is I kept describing how the gravity was in that moon in case you wanted to pull some shit like that. So I could have allowed you because the gravity was light, and at certain points in time it was even lighter.
I wasn't gonna be able to get the chance though, the way that things are going.
Yeah.
You're just going. You're like,
I
cover.
caught on what you were throwing down. I was like, he's gonna let me pick up the ship, isn't he? But then the way that everything planned out just didn't happen.
Yeah. But
I got a sandwich. You guys want a sandwich?
Ooh, what'd you get from Subway? I had Subway for lunch.
I've been having short story, very quick. I had a Subway sandwich like 3 days ago, and for some reason my body is a fucking moron, and I bit into my friggin' lip 3 friggin' times, and right now it's like mega swollen.
I
Like,
did the
just
same
like-
exact thing.
And I
Bit
don't
into
know
Pat's lip?
why.
No, my
Yeah, it was
lip.
kinky. Cryptic bit this side. It's weird.
Oh yeah, I didn't know we were gonna start telling people, Pat. Jeez.
All right. Go to Rena's OnlyFans to see.
go
It's
on.
not live.
I'm just saying it's onlyfans.com/thedestroyer. You know what that means.
OnlyFans.com/Typhro.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, I was gonna
that's-
plug
that's the one.
Tyler's. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, son. OnlyFans.
Damn shit.
Yes, you're not well.
You mean?
Aren't you dead?
All right, so anyways, back to game. So you of course get that information sent over to your arena, no problem. Everybody else, as you're kind of like checking yourselves out, you know, you all kind of scraped and bruised or whatever it is, but nothing worth noting beyond, you know, for the sake of story. When you finally do get up and start moving around the ship, you'll notice a couple of things. First and foremost, after checking the sensors, somebody else does, let's say a couple of minutes later on, you will notice, yeah, the ship is taking in a small amount of water. It's very slow, but it's already starting to take in water because remember the whole like fire thing that was happening down below in that despair? Well, either way, you don't have a proper air seal inside there, but don't worry, air pressure will keep out the water for a pretty long time. You've got time. And I mean like days time, not like a couple of minutes, unless somebody opens the hatch, in which case, you know, then the air pressure, don't worry about it. So anyways, and then the other thing is you notice that the people frozen in carbonite, to which there were originally 7 that you had collected, and you've already melted 3. Going over there and looking at the people frozen in carbonite, that landing was rather intense, and unfortunately one of the carbonite pieces cracked right down the middle, just like
an asshole.
Okay.
Like down the middle
yeah.
or down the middle?
You know what?
Like a Subway sandwich?
Like a Subway sandwich.
Like what?
Yes.
Can we still use the other half?
How is this particular person important?
You have no idea who this person is. It is not
I
Grassa.
wouldn't. Okay.
All right.
Unfortunately, that leaves only 3 surviving carbonite babies.
Who?
Don't worry.
Never heard of him.
So anyways, what do your characters do? What do you say? How do you handle the immediate situation since you poor Messi passed out?
well, knowing what I know about like the ship, it's not like, I mean, it's meant for space, but like you said it's all water. How deep is the area? Is it like super deep? Like, are we in a shallow portion of it? Like, what is it?
No.
You said the
Rena,
whole
to be
planet was
clear,
water, right?
This is an ocean planet.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so think like Earth, but like more ocean.
All ocean. Only ocean.
Yeah, pretty much only ocean. It's actually onlyfans.com/ocean.
It was the single best thing you've ever said.
I'm not even sure which one it was.
Can we still use the other half?
It's the way that you said. Can we still use the other half?
No.
He just,
It made me think which half is he wanted to use.
I
Then I
mean,
got a weird dark image of us using the top half as a weird sink, and so we'd open the mouth and water would come out. It was a weird thing in my head. Sorry.
Morning, Pat.
So, anyways, yeah.
mhm.
Rena, so the entire planet is water, to be clear.
Right. And so what I'm trying to determine is the distance swimmable, like, or is it like I'm gonna need to fashion something to get us over there?
It's actually a really good question as to whether or not the distance is swimmable. Like I said, it's a few kilometers. So if your character's a droid, you're not exactly buoyant, and your locomotion isn't exactly meant for long distance. A small amount of water, traversing a small amount of water, maybe, but not for you. The others, I mean, Pride is. You don't want to hurt his pride, but he's kind of a scrawny boy, so probably not the best for long distance swimming in an ocean. Beyond that, you guys can always do like a you don't know much about the atmosphere here or the ocean, or if there's any marine life or anything like that around that could be of a concern, because marine life is very much a thing that exists in the ocean.
Do these
I factored
carbonite
that.
things float?
Factored that.
Like, do they float above the ground?
To what float above the ground? My apologies.
The carbonite things, do they just like hover?
Oh yeah. Actually, they do have kind of repulsors that would
So
lift
they
it
could
up.
theoretically hover over the water, and we could just.
In theory, yes, they would be able to hover over the water. Yep. Of the three that are still functioning, they're fully functioning. It's not like their batteries are almost empty or any shit like that. That's not even a concern. So in theory, it could hover over the water. The one concern, Wade, is if the water has like waves and whatnot, it could be like go down and then all of a sudden like it could splash and then it comes back up, because it's not going to be like perfectly level. It's going to hold a specific distance from the actual water itself, right? And so if you had like a piece of wood that it was above, it would kind of go up and down over the piece of wood, or you know what I mean? But Rena was talking about maybe trying to build a boat or something. So, all right, I'm going to get the hyperdrive core, right? No, listen to me. And the sled. Hold on.
I'm like, whatever we've got on board is what we're gonna use at this point. I don't.
Are there
We're gonna-
escape pods on this thing?
So actually, this one particular ship does have an escape pod in it. When you guys
And
checked out the
escape
escape pod before, one escape pod, yep, which by the way, that one escape pod can house 4 people comfortably. They've been using it as additional storage. Like, it's kind of like, where like, well, one day I'll fit back into that shirt, like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I was like, maybe with
That's
this
some
shirt, it's
very
actually,
strange stuff.
it's the size small. It is way too small for me. It's
Wait,
one
you
of those.
store stuff in your shirts?
It's a little fucking weird, Scott.
Everybody
Can
has
I
those
use the
shirts.
bottom half?
Oh, that's the part that's correct.
So you're saying I still have time with the top half?
So Rena,
Not much.
everybody else, I mean, not Rena. She's kind of already done a bunch. What are you guys up to?
That part's from Scary Movie like 3, by the way.
Dot.
Charlie Sheen's wife is split in half, and he's talking about what he can do with the different halves.
I imagine after the crash, Bato would probably make his way down from the laser, or that the turret that he was sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine time has passed and kind of just try to discuss what to do.
Sure.
I don't think. I don't. There's nothing that we can use to like make a makeshift, like makeshift boat on the ship. Can we? Can we like
Did
scavenge?
you talk
it
about
for
that out
parts?
loud?
I don't know if it would be out loud at first. It would definitely be something I'd bring to the attention, but I would almost like want to look around to see if
As
he would
far,
be able
as
to.
far as you can tell, I mean, if you're talking about like a raft that you can then somehow get some sort of like what are they called, oars, then yes. But rafts with oars in an ocean, I don't know if Bato would be.
There's a whole game about that. It's very possible.
What's that
Called
game?
Raft.
Okay. For some reason, I have to believe you,
Sure.
but
Raft.
that's not on this
It is,
planet.
it's
so.
called raft. You actually just have a hook.
Either way. So
What was your answer? I apologize, but
I mean,
yes,
if you're
we
talking
can
about
make a boat,
a
but it's
raft,
probably not a good idea.
a raft you could make. A boat and a raft are two different things, right? Like, well, I mean, technically speaking, yeah, a boat and a raft are two different things, right? A boat actually has like edges and whatnot. It's designed for buoyancy.
We have time, right? This isn't sinking super fast. We have time.
He said
Once
we have
you crack
days.
the hull, like once you allow depressurization to happen, that would allow more water to
Right.
run up quicker.
But if
as
we
long
just-
as it's sealed.
Is there any chance we could fire up the engines one more time to get out of the water?
I haven't tried.
I mean, Rico said it was toast. Do we really trust him? Whose side is
No.
he on?
He's got like fucking one yellow. Fuck that little thing.
You know,
I'm just
that's a
saying,
good
before
call.
we start tearing the ship apart and making a raft, we could at least go look at the state of the.
Yeah. So I guess as we land and we realize kind of the situation, Pride would ask Lady to go take a look in the engine room and see if we can get moving. I don't think you told us what Rico said about it being toast, right? Or would you? Have?
No, not. I mean, he said that, but it was like right as we landed. So like as everyone's kind of getting
Okay.
their bearings, and we all start talking.
So equivalently, he said, "We crashed. We fucked."
yeah,
Is pretty much what he said. Okay.
the ship is no longer functioning.
Mhm.
Can we get it to fire up one
Could you-
last
could-
time to get us out of here?
Lady, you mind taking a look?
I'll have a look, but Rico is there now, right? Rico's there now. Says it's basically done for. But I can have a
I-
second look.
I
All
understand.
company.
Varen would go to in case there's like shit on the like stuff he can like
Droid on
move
droid
and help hold in
violence.
place or something.
Oh.
Yeah, in case that they decide to have a droid uprising in the middle of drowning.
I'm gonna stay up here, see if I can if I can create a makeshift raft. Backup plan.
I wouldn't be. Varen wouldn't know about depressurizing the ship sinking. That'd be someone else having to say about. I was gonna say that, but I don't think he would know that. That's like a
Bato, I think-
knowledge check.
Bato, I
Lady-
think, would probably realize that. If we know there's a crack in the. Do we know that?
You weren't the one that saw the water leaking, and it would have been.
But I imagine it would have been talked about.
If we talked about the water coming in, then yes.
So Bato would
Power's
probably.
off, right?
Varen doesn't have enough strength. and
I
move
would say
to
you
move
guys
the
are in
ship.
reserve power right now, where it's like life support. You know what I mean? But go ahead. Wait, I just spoke over you.
You're fine. I was just saying, Varen. Someone asked if Varen could push the ship. He doesn't have that many ranks and move. You have to have a lot of strength to move something that big. of a ship.
Actually, that's not entirely true, Wade. Did you read that thing that I sent to you about a week ago? You maybe did
A
not.
week ago.
Oh God, no! When did you send? What?
I sent you some light reading on light reading when it comes to force powers and their upgrades. Do you have the force power that allows you to increase its magnitude, like its size?
So there's multiple strength upgrades, I believe. I have one.
Okay, so the way it works is that the typical silhouette that you're allowed to affect is silhouette 0, correct? So if you what is it? Use 2 pips, you can actually do silhouette. But you use 2 pips to use silhouette 1. You could actually use 3 pips to make it silhouette 2.
Yeah, but the
4
perk
pips to make
says
it-
increased silhouette able to be targeted equal to strength upgrades purchased. And I've only got one.
Correct. So if you had, say, 3 upgrades by using 1 additional pip, it would give you 3 upgrades to size. But if you have only 1 upgrade, every 1 pip you put in gives you 1 upgrade. So in theory, it costs you 1 pip to use the power, and then a 2nd pip to make it silhouette 1, a 3rd pip for silhouette 2, a 4th pip for silhouette 3, and if you had 5, you could actually, in theory, with 5 pips, move a silhouette 4, which is what the ship is. but you can only move it as far as your range allows. What's your range actually allow?
Spend Light Dark to increase power's range by number of range bands equal to range purchases. I've got 1. Otherwise, by default, it is short range.
So you can only move it
20 feet.
Yeah, you can move it. Yeah, short range.
Well,
How often
spent one
can
more
you do
pip,
that?
I could do a medium range,
but then you're investing what 6 pips, which I don't even think your character's capable of rolling 6 pips.
Well,
I think
by
technically you could.
default,
Yeah. Technically you could, but you know. They're called pips. Like when he rolls those little black and circle dots, those are called pips. Just so Chet knows. I'm sorry, you were saying?
I mean, so theoretically, I guess, but it's not very likely.
I would try it.
Well, if it comes to that, I will.
Yeah.
But we'll see if we
It's on
can
the
get the
back
engine to fire up one more time first. If we can just get to a dock or get to land or
Well,
something.
also Rena has a really good idea that Pat has an idea about as well. So there's other options here. So that being said,
About.
So as Lady leaves to go check on the engine
Painful.
with Varen,
Did he get the?
Pride will call back and he'll say, hey lady, if you could just get the power on, that would be nice.
Rico actually says to you in close vicinity, Varen, who does understand binary, understands what he says. Your friend is an idiot.
That's obvious.
You're just like, wait.
Rico said that to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
But, like out loud, so Varen heard it as well.
Varen's just like, whatever. Like, let's just get this ship fixed, Rico.
Varen would, when he says that after he's like, if we get the power back on, if Rico's like, your friend's an idiot.
I assume that means we're unlikely to have much progress.
Rico starts just trying to describe tries to start describing a whole bunch of stuff pertaining to why the ship cannot be repaired and how, like, more or less for this to even be able to be turned on, you'd have to have this whole part over here replaced for this to be, but we don't have any of the parts that, like, look at the structure over here, it's completely cracked. So it starts like, I mean, I don't know how patient you are, but we're talking, we'll go for several minutes if you don't interrupt or stop them. So just going off the rails about everything that is completely
As
destroyed.
soon as he starts getting way too descriptive, Varen would probably interrupt.
Hey, go ahead.
So we're wasting our time.
Rico says, depends on what you're using your time for.
To see if there was any chance of this ship moving on its own power again.
Looks at what's her name? L4D7 and says, most likely not.
At this point, it would make travel easier if I were to fashion something to take us there from what we have here. The ship as it is will not get us there.
My
You
friend
know-
is still in carbonite. Risking his life in this water on a makeshift vessel is not ideal. If there's a better solution, is there?
So at this point, Mathis is going to come walking into the area and say, "Okay, I found out the one bit of good news. They were looking to buy 3 of you. We still have 3 frozen carbonite people. So here's the plan. We deliver the 3 frozen carbonite people. We take the credits. We can use those credits to hire a crane to pick the ship back up to the dock and then hopefully still have credits to fix the ship. It's the best plan we have. We're all going to do this together, guys. We're going to pull through this. We just need to deliver the 3 frozen and carbonite, and we'll get this done."
I don't care about your credits or your ship.
Is he going downstairs to talk to L?
It's all
to
one.
the lady.
It's kind of all
Oh,
one
okay.
floor, but there are ramps and whatnot. And he will finish off that bit, and then Bato, feel free to come and chime in. He'll finish it off saying, "I love that can-do attitude."
Bata would just kind of, you would hear him just kind of clunk, 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 walk up to Mathis here and just kind of almost grab him by the shirt. "We will not sell our friend."
taken this very well. Appreciate that, Mathis.
I mean,
It is.
he just stands there. You know, he's delirious. Like you think this is him actually being happy? You think it's just him lying to himself to get through the scenario. He's just in survival mode mentally. So
Good. I want to mentally scar him.
okay, well that's very kind of you.
Yeah.
You're acting like it's his fault. It's not. It's Rena's
It
fault.
is.
It's actually literally Rena's fault.
I don't know. Rena's not the pilot.
Rena's definitely the one that coordinated this entire thing.
Yeah, but she wasn't the one flying the ship.
If she didn't wake
Last
up
I checked,
messy,
it
this never
was
would
his
happen.
roles.
So, either way, he's just like, all right, so let's get those credits, team. He says and like waves a fist in the air as he walks out of the room that you guys are in.
What kind of like materials in here are flamboyant?
That are buoyant. So putting aside,
Technically, everybody in this room is flamboyant.
Just putting
He,
aside
she,
everything that you guys are
us.
saying, because I understand where Pat and Wade and whatnot are going. I'm gonna throw it to Rena. Rena, is there something you would like to do?
Yeah, while they're all wasting time, I'm going to try to figure out how to fashion something to get us off this friggin' ship.
Yeah, but they're saying those words. What can you actually do? Would you like to tell everybody?
Are you talking about my contraption?
Yes, your contraption. You go right ahead.
Yeah.
Are you an Autobot? Can you turn into a car?
I'm a boat now.
You just see me like,
Inspector Lady. Ba, 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 ba. And now I'm a hat.
she just changes. No, once per session I can take a contraption action. With a successful hard mechanics check, the character can fashion a device to solve a current problem using the tools and parts on hand.
Since the parts and tools are an
Yeah.
entire ship and it's an entire mechanics area, there's a
A lot
lot
to
on
work
hand
with.
to make something that's just meant to float for a little while. And Wade, that's much smaller. In theory, you could actually force push that.
Hell yeah.
In theory, doesn't me, a Mandalorian, have all the tools to be able to cut this since I was already looking into doing that?
No. However, Wade does have the tools to actually cut what he needs.
What was that? I never heard that sound before.
You know,
That's-
doot, 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 doot.
Oh no, it's dead.
That's funny, Scott. Last I checked, I can cut the hull of our ship with my gun at short range, close range.
If you you could
Goodbye.
certainly you could say I say Pat's the guy at the gun range that's trying to like cut out a hole with all the this is like bullet holes everywhere inside the
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, look, I made
have
a circle. It's like the most perforated piece of paper.
Yeah. You want to know why? Because I have this nifty perk. Would you like me to tell you about it?
Is it Victoria's Secrets?
It's called Spare Clip. I can't run out of ammo due to add items with limited ammo capacity.
You
cannot
can run out of ammo. It's just once per combat or once per scene you can have a free reload.
Cannot run out of ammo.
Yeah, once per scene you have a free reload.
Doesn't say that actually.
Once per scene you have a free reload.
It doesn't actually say that. It just says cannot run out of ammo. I've looked it up in 2 books and it says cannot run out of ammo. It does not say anything about a scene.
I'll look at it afterwards, but for now, no. Yeah, cutting the ship with a bunch of laser shots. They're gonna bounce around inside the ship and hurt you.
I'm not. I'm shooting directly into the ground.
He's gonna jackhammer his way into the ship's open. Meanwhile, she's like, "You coming? I've almost got this part cut. The boat's ready." Huh?
All right,
has
so
to make a
Baron needs
check.
to do some cutting.
So, Rena, what's the check you have to make to use your contraption ability?
It's a hard mechanics check.
Okay, it sounds like Bato would
This
really
is-
like to assist you in this endeavor.
I was
Would you
gonna
like
say-
Bato to give you a blue die in this endeavor?
I would. Yes.
go.
That was
It's
gonna
also
be my
downgraded, right?
whole main thing.
Why is it downgraded?
Because the triumph I got on the landing check.
That
That's
does
actually-
apply to the next roll. Wow, that's actually legit. Okay. Kudos, Messi. You did something useful
Nice.
once. And
Okay.
Wade, what are you doing while
Get fucked.
they're preparing this? Are you also aiding, or are you trying to do something else entirely?
Well, wouldn't
If
he
they
be
could
aiding
use, if I could help
because
them
the
cut stuff with the lightsaber, yeah, I would do that.
Absolutely. So you're going to give another blue die.
Thanks, you're worth a blue.
You're
All right, cool.
eating.
I can't tell if that's a chainsaw or
A
a really
motorcycle?
active vibrator.
Both.
Oh.
It's
I'll
like-
have two, please.
It makes the cut.
Oh, God.
It'll make you hard.
That sounds like it hurts.
That's the point. Buy yours today, $59.99.
I had to have a tree cut down in my backyard. And so we were going through a landscaper who hired a tree cutting company to do it for us. And one of the landscapers forgot their chainsaw here. And so my wife texts the landscaping company like, yeah, everything looks great. Thank you so much. So much. Da, da, da. Somebody forgot a chainsaw here. And their response was free chainsaw question mark. It's like, no?
Okay.
What's the name of the company so we could call? Somebody might be missing their chainsaw.
All right, I'm gonna roll.
You go right ahead.
Do it.
There it is.
That
That's
is
a
a
good roll.
beautiful roll, Rena. You do a fantabulous job
Did you want to use the light side?
with those, with all of those, with all the advantage there. What that's going to be done is to actually get the job done rather quickly and efficiently. So you end up putting together a ship that not only is it because you have to think about the importance of what needs to be done here. You have, in theory, 4 people, and 2 droids. That need to be transported, as well as 3 people frozen in carbonite, and in theory, stuff, like stuff. Because do you have credits, Messi?
Behold,
Do you, Bato? Yeah,
my
get the
stuff.
Mhm.
So
Thor Ragnarok quote. Good quote.
stuff for the sake of being able to trade or whatever it is, right? So you're going to be able to craft. You can make 2 decisions. One, something that's going to be very quick, so you can get back and forth rather quickly, or at least get there rather quickly, or something that's going to be large, so you can have something that's going to be able to carry everything, everybody, and stuff as we just described.
I feel like it makes more sense to do a one-way trip here.
Or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you.
Hey, Pat, need some sleep, man? You good?
Was it Pat? Do you need some Adderall?
No.
I don't need any Advil, thank you.
I got some. I'm not going to give it to you though because it's illegal. But
Maybe
I
a
got some.
Maybe Benadryl.
He's been a drill before, and he goes deep.
Okay, so one-way trip. I'm making a larger ship to take everything across once.
Okay. So
I'm not coming back.
so with Wade's lightsaber, you guys are easily able to cut out huge chunks. In which case, Mathis is freaking the fuck out. But even R1, who's like a long-term friend of Mathis, is like, bro, what do you expect us to do? Like, we could stay here and rust or die, and never have a chance of getting out, or we can find a way to get out of here. And then when it comes to like the stuff that you're ripping up to sell, again, it comes to one of those situations where it's like, you're going to have to, we have to have stuff that we can sell to even salvage the hull of the ship. So yeah, we're going to have to bring some of the non-essentials to bring with us to make this happen. If you remember, Math's ship has things like, it has where escape pods or whatever it could be. It has like that drill-in area, like a whole bunch of that stuff. That's taken. Fun fact, as you guys are dismantling this, and this is part of what's coming from all of that advantage that you have there. Bato, I need you, sir, to go ahead, sir, and make for me, sir, a difficulty 3, sir, war check, sir.
A war check for what?
Warframe. Difficulty 3. Please and thank you.
I don't play Warframe.
I know Tesh complained about it this morning at 9 a.m.
It's weird.
He was like,
You said 3?
Patrick doesn't love me. Please.
I don't have any blue dice from anything.
No.
Warfare?
Yeah,
Yes.
that one, yep.
Ooh.
You succeed.
Am I straining that or are you using it?
No, that's way too much to just give you a strain. That'd be boring. You can take 2 as strain, and then I'm going to use the other 3 for, give me 1 second.
You got it.
I will use the other 3 to more or less make something happen. Cool. So you take 2 strains there. You realize the reason why he was able to take his ship and smash it into another ship to like break in is because he wasn't just using like a typical alloy. He wasn't just using like a super reinforced steel or titanium or a tungsten or anything like that. No. He was using a very specific alloy at the tip of his ship. They'd be able to
That I would
pierce
be
through
very
our ship.
Vibranium.
That I would be very familiar with.
Yeah, you are able to identify what it is, and the other 2 strain that you take is because of how agitated you are when you realize what it is.
All right. Cotton. I
What do you-
knew it.
How long does this take?
Polyester.
How does what take?
How long does it take me to work this out?
So building the ship that you guys are doing is going to be relatively quick. The building of this like makeshift
I don't know how
raft,
fast. I was gonna say I don't know how fast Lady can work. So
you guys are going to get it done in 3 hours because it's not meant to be something that's going to last forever. It's meant to be survive one trip.
it's meant to just survive. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, and again, he can cut out huge swaths and she can bolt them together pretty quickly and da-da-da. Moving on. So, you're able to figure this out probably halfway through the project.
Okay.
That this is Baskar. That
I would probably approach Varen and only probably Varen and Lady as she was probably just around. The metal on the tip of the ship. You know it to be true. As hard as my armor is, only one thing could have pierced that. I believe it to be Beskar. You know that is not easy to obtain.
Can we remove it and salvage it?
I'd almost just look to Lady.
I mean, how much do I know about Beskar?
for you, that's a lore check. Except for you, it's harder. That's a 5 purple lore check.
Jesus.
That's outside of her wheelhouse.
Let me just check something really quick. I don't think. Oh, it's a lore. Let me do lore.
Oh, you
not
can do
knowledge.
you can do education. Lore doesn't have to apply. You can do education.
I'm gonna have to step away for a second. My eye is like freaking out on me. So
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I'll be right back.
I have to
Let's
check
when
for
I
this
break, let's
anyway.
move-
Hi, back
Right
from work. I'm Scott.
Hi.
I don't really want to waste that. This one, nah. Okay, just education then. What am I rolling against here? Hard, you said, so 3 purple.
No, 5 purple. And this is
Oh,
education.
Shit.
Education. Oh, Jesus, Brett.
Damn.
That's not so bad, though. Unfortunately, you don't know what it is.
So she'll say back to you, I'm unfamiliar with Beskar.
Beskar is an extremely rare metal. My people use it as armor, as weapons. It is extremely rare nowadays. It is extremely valuable.
Is it the armor you're currently wearing?
He would kind of just put his hand on his shoulder. The one, obviously, that's only Beskar. On the, yes. It can. It is said that it can deflect. It's saying my internet connection is unstable, so I apologize if I'm
You know, you should be fine. It's
having
just-
internet issues. Wednesdays, for some reason, Comcast screws up everything. So, it is said in legend that Beskar Beskar can take on even the best of lightsabers.
She'll walk towards you. May I have a look?
If you promise not to harm it,
Uh,
it is
I
worth
sim-
more than you know.
I
It is
simply
worth
want
more than
to-
you'll ever know. Is all. I think that's how. I'll
Right.
say it.
I simply want to identify the makeup. And then I don't know how I go about doing that, Scott.
So you can
Just
run a
wanna-
scan on it, but it's not like you have the fine tools of metallurgy scanning, right? So you do a
Right.
quick scan on it, and it's too complicated. Like the layers of what it is, the purity of the metal, so on and so forth. It's beyond the range of what your equipment is able to identify the finer details. The short version is you can be like, "This is hard as fuck," but beyond that, like you can't really get the finer details.
How large was the
The tips.
section on the ship? Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the area that was literally meant to puncture through. So it doesn't have to be a ton because it's meant to be there. But there's probably enough Beskar there to make a full suit of armor.
Would it be possible to cut like the material that around it and just take
Oh, absolutely.
that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You could, yeah. Hell, the material around it melts at a lower temperature.
It's what I figured. Yeah, I mean there'd be excess, but like we'd still get the Beskar in one go. So so she'd say to Bato, she would just ask, show me where you found it.
Well, you'd be able to find it, of course, by going outside of the ship and like walking over and whatnot. You'd see it's the area that punctures through and so on and so forth. You'd be able to find that there. And as for removing it, again, like as long as it's not the Beskar yourself you're pushing it against, you could take Wade's lightsaber, and it would take a moment to cut through the actual hull of the ship. But Wade could slowly, or I should say Varian could slowly use his lightsaber to cut off the tips, just the tip of both of the front areas, to have it like hoisted away.
He would have to cut into the actual ship and not just actual Beskar, because I don't think he could go through the Beskar.
Correct. We're talking like just the tip you'd cut off. So right at the base of it, like right beneath the head, you'd be removing. And as for extracting it, you guys could use like magnets, ropes, or in theory the Force to catch it as it falls.
Okay.
I believe in Bato's like kit that he uses, he has a grapple. So I mean, he can.
That's right.
As stupid as he has, but I mean, he could just grapple and get it.
Yep.
She'd say,
at least hold it enough that Wade can use the Force to assist you in pulling it up and over. Yeah.
she'd say, it is salvageable.
If it's, if it is able to be retrieved, trying to sound this without sounding emotional because he was just threatening a guy a second ago. If we were able to retrieve it, I would be eternally grateful.
I'll need the assistance of the. Has he referred to it as a lightsaber or saber? Like, would you know what I mean?
I think you know what a lightsaber
I just know
is.
that it's a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Again, in one of your data banks,
lightsaber,
old data banks.
Okay.
Yeah. Because again, this isn't like New Hope, right? This is when there's like thousands of Jedi and thousands of Sith. So
Okay. With the assistance of the saber, I can remove it.
Sorry about that.
So then I guess I'll get to work to removing that, or ask Varen to remove it.
Because lady hasn't seen the
remove
saber
it.
up close, right?
I mean, she did while you guys were building the motherfucking boat.
Yeah, that would be
But
like
that's for the
when
first
I see
time,
it.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that would
Right.
yeah.
What am I removing?
So the Beskar tips, more or less, cut off the tip. So you guys-
Basically,
just
you
the
and
tip?
I are.
just the tip. Yep.
Yes.
Those jokes are already made.
Damn it. Okay.
And I don't know if you've described your lightsaber before. I guess you did last time, huh? When you were
The nice
retrieving it.
magenta blade.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what the hilt would look like, but we can just use our imaginations. Probably something along the lines of this. Nice purple blade coming out that I don't currently have in it.
So she, I guess, would direct you on to where like to cut so that you could free the Beskar from the front of the ship.
What's the roll to figure out where the best place is to cut, or is that something someone already rolled?
You actually don't even have to worry about the rolls. You're easily gonna be able to cut it. He can easily use his grapple. You can use the Force to kind of catch it as he catches the thing before it falls, because it'll be heavy. You can use the Force. The two of you together are gonna be able to lift it out, pull it over, and then you guys can actually pick it up with your hands and bring it back into the ship. You'll be able to catch this. This isn't gonna be too incredibly difficult, right? So the big question is, what are you gonna do with these tips that you have here, these ship tips? Are you going to try to melt away the metal that's attached to it that isn't Beskar?
Bata would request to just keep them as is until we can find a
So you can throw it on the boat for now, and like this.
You would hold it on him. I mean, they're quite big, right?
They're large, yeah. There's a.
How big are they? About 4 or 5 feet.
Don't forget to look at the map of the ship that you were on beforehand. Remember
that's right.
Yeah. Do I have that still up here?
Also,
Yeah,
Molly
there you
made
go.
pizza.
So if you imagine, yummy. If you actually, for those of you in chat watching, if you actually think of the front of the ship, how instead of stopping at the very tops, instead of having been like flat tips like you see at the very top of the ship, it comes to a point. So it's the top part of each point that is made of the Beskar to make it so it's strong enough to actually pierce through the hull of another vessel by doing like a ramming action. So that was the ship that they were on. It's all beat up now.
Okay. Yeah, then I would try to transport it as easily as we could.
Yeah, so you'd want to put it on the boat that you guys are fastening now. Cool. Rena, anything else that you could think of that you'd want to like? Are you just trying to strip the ship for whatever is the most value for you guys to try to have credits to so he can hire a crane to get it here? Or are you trying to be more greedy than that and actually keep more for yourself? Like, I mean, I don't know how bad for this guy you feel because this isn't his fault, you know?
No. I mean, I think that's the purpose of just trying to make the larger like raft, so to speak, to get us over there. Is to be like, okay, this is the best I can do with what we've got. Like, take what you can, essentially, because it's a one-way trip.
So more or less, hey buddy, we're bringing some stuff for you, but like we're keeping the Beskar, but everything else is yours, sort of a scenario.
He's more than welcome to fight Bato for the Beskar.
No, that's what you're saying.
But yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, he would verbally fight Bato, but then you can imagine, like, as he goes, like, "Hey, what are you doing, my?" Yeah, well, yeah, you're stealing something off a ship, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not stealing. It's sinking. It's going away. Straight up, I think if Bato, if he were to come up to Bato and be like, "Hey, you're stealing stuff," he would almost just like grab him by the neck and like. Because now it's interfering with his own religion. You know what I mean? Like, he's crossed the line.
So you're gonna grab him by a neck to?
No. Is he being actually like forcibly aggressive?
I mean, he's not a physically aggressive person. That's not
right. But is he like?
But yeah, he's absolutely saying some shit. Like, what are you doing? You just cut that off the ship. Why are you stealing my?
I would grab him by the throat to stop him from talking. You will be reimbursed.
You can actually, when you go
enough
over there,
now.
Grab him by the throat. R1 would actually quickly roll over there, and it would, with its little like zapper thing that it has, its little stun thing, would zap you in the leg real quick. Something that doesn't even hurt because you have.
I was gonna say I don't even think it would affect me, would it?
No, because your soak is what, 5?
Yeah.
So like it's one of those things where it wouldn't even harm you, but you would definitely feel like the shock in your leg. Like, what the hell? And the thing starts booping at you, and you can read in your helmet's translation. It's saying,
no, I wouldn't even address it just because he doesn't like droids. So if he were to come and zap me, I would still just, if anything, I would probably even just put a firmer like grasp on his throat. You will be reimbursed, trust me. But this is coming with me. There'll be no discussion. Are we clear? And I, as I say that, I would almost like lean his face closer to me, and I'm visibly like lifting this man up. Like,
you're gonna technically roll a coercion check against his discipline check.
Okay.
It's no purples. Yes, sir.
Hold on. I gotta see. Because I have a special action. I have an intimidation action. May suffer a number of strain to downgrade difficulty of coercion checks, or upgrade difficulty when targeted by coercion checks by an equal number.
Wait,
is that
so
applicable here?
So there is no difficulty in this scenario.
Okay, well, I didn't know if I could make it more difficult for him.
Did you say you could upgrade your coercion or just downgrade difficulty?
I can upgrade or downgrade.
So in theory, couldn't he upgrade his coercion?
In theory, upgrade his coercion. No, because this pertains to if you're handling a scenario where you're dealing with a typical NPC. This is NPC is a half. He's a half PC. He's been traveling with the guys, making a ton of checks and whatnot. So I'm doing it as though you're rolling against Rena. So he's just getting a basic discipline check against you. It's not like he's crazy. It's one yellow. So he failed. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I gotta. Let me try that again. Oh, and I had a weird blue in there. Sorry. Just trying that again. This is my.
This is flat, right? Like, it's
flat.
not.
There you go. So you have to roll one success to succeed.
It's coercion or discipline?
Coercion is your intimidation. You succeeded. So, and you don't use those advantage for anything. So
right. That's just a check.
Yep. So you succeed, and he's like, okay.
Good. And I would kind of just lower him back down.
Jared, you're so aggressive. And you lower him back down.
I think with that, Bata would reluctantly just take out one of like many cards of credits that he has. Just I imagine he just has tons of them in his back pocket.
It's cute. You think you have credits?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I've written them all down.
Oh, they're all deleted off your character sheet, like all your other weapons.
Okay.
He goes to reach his back pocket for credits because it's instinct for him and realizes, oh yeah, that's right. I hate the DM.
I didn't know our credits were gone.
Of course they are.
All 600.
Listen, I would have made you guys naked if it wasn't
You
for the
had
fact that both of you have
600?
iconic suits of armor, and it's impossible to just get that back.
You think I ever got paid?
That's
You got a
good
different
for you,
DM
dude.
now. Let's get some money in your pockets.
I had like a couple thousand.
I just paid a level 4 party 10K today, so I'm feeling
Wait,
generous.
are my grenades still
Let's
on me?
play. No, literally
before-
no weapons. So,
Before we leave, she'd probably find Pride wherever he is on the ship.
Mhm.
To
Catching
let him know that
He'd still be in the cockpit.
she comes in and says, "Got the wind knocked out of you twice today.
Aha.
I apologize for the second.
That's all right.
The raft, I suppose, is ready. Have you gathered the things that you need?"
I went through all his cabinets, drawers here. Nothing cool. I did find a pair of fuzzy dice. I'm thinking we take it with us.
Color are they?
You also would have found something else messy while up there.
Oh, okay.
He not too long ago pulled up the coordinates of where it was you were supposed to have the meeting for dropping off the 3 bodies. You can
Oh, so
still pull up
I
those
have a
coordinates.
copy of that?
Yep. I mean, unfortunately, those
Okay.
coordinates don't mean much to you right now because the ship is so fucked. You can't really do a global search at the moment to
But
see
I
exactly where that is.
have
But you have it.
Lady make a backup of it too,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, and he'd say, "Oh, and I found this," and he'd hand you the data disk or whatever it's on. I don't know what
Mhm.
Floppy
interface it would
disk?
be.
The CD-ROM?
Yeah, it'd be on a floppy. Yeah.
Data disk.
The USB?
Yeah, I have a floppy disk drive.
Oh,
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's actually a
Mm.
mini floppy
CD.
disk.
If it's
USB.
floppy, it's not hard.
USB. I've got all of it.
I have a floppy disk.
She'll read it real quick.
I thought it was hard.
This may prove useful.
Drive.
Not hard all the time. I'm
There's a
just
stigma
learner.
against having a floppy disk. A stigma balls in your mouth.
Hey, good one.
I stole that from someone else earlier today.
That's great.
Thank you.
What was that pirate game that we used to play?
Sea of Thieves?
Can you see if these balls can fit in your mouth? Got
do it.
him. You fucked.
Damn it.
Speaking of pirates, you guys are making this ship for a long time, and as you spent a few hours doing so, others also happen to notice. What do we do? I don't know. A little bit while later, let's start building. 3 hours pass, so you guys are loading your cargo
Yeah,
onto
do our
the
comms work?
actual. Okay, which comms?
What? The ship comms, I guess.
So the ship is on backup power.
Is
so
our comms part of that?
Yes, I was gonna say so. It's on
Okay,
backup power.
and
So
we-
the ship comms would be able to work. However, as for individual personal comms, Maths will have one. Varen will have one gets built into his helmet. Reno will have one gets built into her, and what's his name has one. Realistically, Pride just you're the only one that doesn't. So
Why is
Okay.
Messi fucked in every game of every campaign we do?
you could buy one for
I'm-
50 credits.
I'm more so asking
don't
if
have any money.
other ships can contact us through comms.
Oh, in theory, yeah.
Has anyone tried?
Nope. So these are look like modified land speeders to be sea speeders. So you know what I mean, or they're just made for the sea, and so they literally hover just barely over the ocean, and they're moving their way towards you guys, and you notice them. It's one of those things where they start making their way over. You're welcome to make perception checks if you're trying to make out any details.
Oh, sure.
It's going
All
to
of
be
us or just one?
so for all of you guys, it's going to be a DC 2 purples, but with 3 black dice because of the distance. Sorry, 2 black dice. So 2 purple, 2 black dice because of the distance. Rena, your eyeball thingy is able to zoom once, so you can remove 1 black die. Pat, I think yours can remove both black die.
No, I have
they-
to fight. I have to fight for this. Okay, I apologize. Can Wade remove 1 black dice because he has a robotic eye?
He does not have a robotic eye.
He does though.
Oh, he does have a robotic eye. It just is like Thor's eye. It's just an eye.
I tried, Wade. I'm sorry.
Remember that really cool thing my eye was supposed to do that I was going to find
It
out
was
about?
broken as fuck.
I never knew what it was, but apparently now that entire RP about the table and everything means nothing thanks to Scott. You guys can be upset at him about that.
Table's right there.
Scott, obviously I'm in the cockpit, but which direction are they coming from? How are we all able to see them?
So anyways, you guys are partially on top of the ship, grabbing parts and whatnot, loading
Oh,
onto
they're
the ship, so
outside.
it's
Okay.
outside, correct.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Where's perception? Oh, there it is. Bang bang.
I'm
Oh, Rennie,
focused
you
on
could get rid of
something
the
else.
purple. Rennie, you could get rid of the purple, you said, right?
We
Or
use
a
a
black?
lot more than 3
I did.
books.
He said there was 3 black.
So 2. It was 2, then you get rid
Two
of one.
blacks. You get rid of one.
Oh,
You want me to take that
Okay.
as strain, Scott?
You please and thank you. And I'm not licking the table. I'm on vacation in 2 days. I don't need to get sick beforehand.
Do it, coward.
But it's your table. What's on there that's gonna make
all
you
that
sick?
strain.
You haven't seen what he does to that table.
It's a lot of
I've
stamps.
seen.
It's actually a lot of scotch on that table. Like jokes aside, there's a lot of scotch. So it looks like there's many successes. Rena, you can go ahead and take all of that strain. It's taking a moment to kind of like stop and catch your breath or re-oil your gears or whatever after building that ship. It's actually genuinely exhausting for you. There's a lot of scotch sitting there. I should probably grab a
Great.
glass.
You see that?
So anyways, so yeah, you it looks like everybody succeeds except for who?
No, everyone succeeded.
Oh, sorry.
who?
Rena had a different check from before. All right, cool.
I rolled.
Yeah,
wrong
yeah,
there.
you're good. You're good. So everybody succeeds. You guys all notice this happening. What do you say or do?
It's one ship. I'm sorry.
You see currently one ship is coming your way. That one ship currently has
Can I-
6 people on it.
And we all know kind of what these ships are made for.
I mean, you can pretty much guess based off of like well, Rena, why don't you go ahead and roll me a hard education check. And
Hard?
Pat, you can go
Hard?
ahead and roll me a very hard.
Would this be
no,
education?
a hard war check. For Rena, it
That's
is.
It wouldn't be. Can I roll like maybe like a streetwise?
You can go
Also-
ahead and you can roll
Actually,
me.
you would as
You
a
can go ahead and
pilot,
roll me a
yeah,
hard
like-
streetwise because this is outside of your element here.
There you go.
Okay. What is hard? Is that 3 purple?
Ooh, Rita, heal quick. Ooh, Bato, I'll get you that in 1 second, boyo. Take 1 strain.
Is hard 3 purple?
Yes, sir.
Take 1 strain.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Well, you healed a lot of strain.
You're like,
Yeah.
man, it floats.
All right, so
I
listen.
think I already got rid of my strain, but
That's a thing, all right.
So Rena, you
There's
perfectly
something on the
understand the
wing.
schematics of those ships.
Thing.
They're
Yeah.
actually designed with a what is it? A almost like an oscillating or like an adjustable, like an AI handles the adjustment of the distance from the water, so it actually keeps a relatively smooth ride even when the waves are kind of like going up and down, which is what we were talking about beforehand. So you kind of like you set an altitude, and it does the repulsors kind of like work a certain way to do that for you, right? Those are a different type of repulsor. It doesn't utilize the I can't remember what it's called. It's like the ground effect. When an airplane is on the ground, it utilizes like the wind amplified back up off the ground to keep it up. So that's how a typical, like say a land speeder works when you're over land. This is a modified version to work specifically over the water. So it can work barely on land, but very well on water. Anyways, these ships are also designed to be extremely fast and are usually built in with large harpoon guns for the sake of fishing. The harpoon guns can sometimes be modified for the sake of having nets and whatnot to come off of them once again for the sake of fishing. This is what it's normally used for. You don't see harpoon guns on there. You see a light turret, like a light repeater on there, which is not good news. You can tell that by all this. You also know that this thing can hit some pretty decent speeds. So in reference to speeds of ships for water, those things can actually hold like a good speed 3 or 4, depending on modifications that might be on it. Yay. Pat, You're not so sure about the speeds. You know that they can be pretty quick. You're not so sure about the fishing aspect. You don't give a shit about that. What you care about is there's a light repeater on there. There's a certain type of crew that you can see on there. And they're coming at you in a certain angle. The way that they just cut a little bit short and whatnot, you can tell that they just found sitting like a sitting duck. They found bait. They found a juicy piece of meat they can sink their teeth into.
Payday.
They found payday. They just pulled. They're pulling up short and starting to show you a bit of their flank to you because they're taking an opportunity to stop and to assess the situation and potentially wait for backup. You can tell immediately that while right now those 6, if you took out the ship that they're in, they're probably screwed, and that might be okay.
I know that there's 6 people on the ship.
Correct. But if more start coming, there could easily be 5 or 6 ships filled with people. With this being most likely a pirate crew, that number can easily grow very, very, very quickly. So with your success and your triumph there, what I'm giving you for information is, yes, these are pirates, and more than likely you are vastly outnumbered or will be very soon.
Okay. So as we all kind of hear this, I imagine, is that how you described it? That we first
everybody was able to
notice it?
look up and notice. Yep.
Okay.
How far away from us are they?
So right now in the personal range, they're at extreme.
Okay.
Personal band, I should say.
After all, we kind of take a look. You guys are just going to hear Bato's rifle charge up. And he's going to ask ladies specifically. You can see them. Yeah. All 6.
There are 6 and they have that, what did you say it? Turret?
Turret, yeah.
If you were to be like, I think they have it's a light machine gun turret.
Light repeater.
Yes.
Light repeater. Yeah. If we don't take them out quickly, reinforcements will come. These pirates, they're scum. If I hit true, we could use this as a possible getaway ship.
That ship is considerably fast.
Poor reanimated
Could possibly
contraption.
tow.
I'm sorry, you both-
I'd probably take a nod to Varen. Can I take the shot?
Wade, how do you assess the situation?
I mean, typically we've deferred to Bato for war things anyway. So if he thinks that they're a threat, he would probably also think. I mean, this ship's probably bigger than their raft they built, right? So they could technically, theoretically,
Probably
load this stuff onto there and get out of there on that ship.
I wouldn't say
problem
bigger.
is-
It's just made to be faster. It's designed.
It's
for
made
this
to be
versus-
faster,
but-
not for storage and like.
The
stuff
problem is
like
only
that.
Bato can engage, and we'd have a raft.
Well, we
with
could
no
wait till they get
defenses
closer.
against- Yeah.
So if you don't immediately take the shot, R1, noticing what you guys are talking about, will actually chime in. Because R1 has had a hard change of heart about this ship since everything played out and this thing is like more or less beyond repair. R1 would say, I don't want to be scrapped for parts. Let's run.
If we run,
Huh?
if we run, little one, they will catch up to us, and they'll be greater in number.
Why attack us when they could have a free boat?
Hey, lady, look, some good guys are coming to pick us up.
Why attack us if you can have a free ship?
Over here! Lady, they can't hear me. We're inside. Can you get one of them to shout?
So you're saying we should strike a bargain?
No, run. Let them have the ship. And you can imagine Maths inside is like, someone's out there listening to Pride.
Is it a
If
party
they
there?
see us, wouldn't they also think that we already took the valuable things off of it?
R1 would respond saying, there are remember to R1 unit, right? So our R1 would respond saying, there's many more valuable things that can be and are on this ship. Let's go before it's too late.
Your call, Varen.
Hold fire unless they go to shoot first. If they do, take out
I'm
whoever's
telling
in the
you
turret
now.
first.
Lady, why are
telling
they
you
just waiting
now.
out there? Isn't anyone going to call them over?
I tell you now, If we do not act now, it will be too late. Somewhere out there beyond our sight is another ship. At that point, it will be too late.
You can,
you either
however,
Good. Not done.
you can, however, see the destination you're going towards. You see where you want to go.
How fast are we? Would Bato know the speed of our ship?
Oh, well, let's see how quickly R1 and L4 can make it work.
So,
if that's what
Lady-
if that's what Varen is saying, we do. I'm not trying to make Varen the group leader. I just don't necessarily trust or know Lady and Pride.
would
Well, it was
Lady
R1
tell?
who made the suggestion.
Right, and I don't like droids.
I'm assuming
So
Lady would.
that's why I
tell
said I don't
Fred
trust.
Messy?
what these guys were doing.
Yeah,
right?
it as they're
Okay.
talking, she would be like,
Oh,
another
Um,
ship is coming from,
well, is there any way we can get enough power to turn on our turret?
And Maths would be like, we gotta save the ship! We gotta save the ship!
Would I know? I mean, obviously the R1 already told me that it's like toast. So I doubt it, but do I have enough power to reactivate the turret that we have?
You might be able to.
So she'd say, it's not a guarantee, but I could try.
Okay. Yeah, you want me to keep him busy on comms?
If she spends time doing this, that could be more than enough time for everybody to show up.
Yeah, but then we'll have a
Because
turret.
this isn't like a oh hey
don't
guys, I
need a
fixed it in like
turret,
10
you have
seconds. This is
me.
like she could be spending an
some
hour
time.
working on
Yeah.
this thing.
Well, she's not doing anything to help us move anyway, right?
You guys are about to either get on your boat and get the out of here before they arrive, or you guys are gonna stand here and fight and then leave.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we haven't salvaged the turret. The turret's still part of the ship.
Yeah.
You guys grab whatever was light enough that you can bring with
The
you.
only
that has
non-meta
value.
thing Bato knows is these ships are fast.
Mhm.
Okay. And I don't know the speed of our own ship because it's makeshift.
Correct.
I doubt it's fast.
Let's
In
leave.
the big ship.
If they keep their attention on us, take the shot.
Varen, you don't understand. These ships are fast. I'm not trying to discredit the work here that these droids did. I don't know how fast our ship is. They will catch us.
But if we're on this,
The trophy will stay
Life
here in
raft.
the water. They can see my armor. They can see your armor. I probably wouldn't even say they could see your armor because your armor is just a robe, so they probably wouldn't even care. They would see my armor and they would know.
But not everybody knows what a Mandalorian is.
No,
But
they
those that
see
do-
shiny.
What does that
They
do?
see shiny, and I would know how pirates think, I guess.
Yeah.
I imagine
Arr.
it doesn't take long for me to start this thing up, right?
Start what up?
The raft, like
Oh
how
yeah,
I
that's easy.
fashioned it.
Yep, it's actually just one of those things where you hop down there, you more or less just like click, 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 and you've got a part of the, if you almost imagine if there was like a V8 engine, like 8 pistons instead of a kind of engine, you just grab like 2 of the pistons off of the ship and like threw it into this thing. So this thing's about to, it's gonna have some power behind it. Doesn't necessarily mean you want to go fast because it's not. You gotta work it.
Based
We
on the type
run.
of, I'm sorry. Based on
run.
the type of, I'm sorry.
With you
You or
saying we run, Bato is just gonna make a grumbled like kind of unbelievable kind of like that, but just not in kind of a grunt.
How many times does she go on shoot and he goes on 3?
Nice.
Paper, rock,
roll a d20. Roll a d20. Just roll a
Okay,
d20.
yeah. That,
You guys
Both
were,
roll a 13.
What?
Roll a d20, Rita. Quick.
Wait, where are you rolling that?
A
Oh,
14.
here.
Oh, shit. I said 13. If she rolls a 14, I'm done. Okay.
Okay,
Wait, go.
all right.
we run. If their attention stays on us, you take the shot.
R1,
Bato just
R1's
kind
going to
of-
drop into the little makeshift raft that the lady's climbing into right now.
Bato just kind of pissed off with the situation. He's just gonna be like, he's gonna make a grunt that Varen would know is just like an unbelievable kind of a grunt. Just be like, and you're just gonna hear his rifle power up, and he's just gonna aim down sights and just
Keep it
ignore
on
what
the
was.
turret first.
I'm gonna I'm not gonna tell them what I'm doing. I'm just gonna obviously meta it. With my triumphant knowledge of the ship, I know it's very little bit. Would I know where to shoot to slow them down?
You would know where to shoot to try to slow them down.
Okay.
The engine.
Well, I don't know if I want to shoot the engine or if I want to shoot the turret.
Well, the turret, if we're on a little life raft and it hits us like one time with a fucking.
I don't
ship
want to
turret, we're
damage
probably kinda
that
fucked.
ship in case we want to take it, and that's what I don't want to do.
By turret, I mean whoever gets on. I imagine this one was to stand. Is this just a turret that's is this a man-powered one or just a floating turret?
I imagine a man-powered turret.
I might have a
as-
different idea of what kind of ship this is we're looking at. Scott, is this like a turret that has to be manned, or is this one that's just like?
Yes, absolutely needs to be manned.
Okay.
Yes, it's a light repeater. Is like you have to almost imagine like what do they call it?
Think of like the
Imperial-
rotary
what are
ones.
the
like-
white stormtrooper? Like a stormtrooper has to hold on to him.
Yeah. Okay. So we could shoot whoever gets on the turret. That's what Varen's saying is if someone gets on that turret and they're aiming at us, you take them out. But if they're focused on the ship and they're fine with us leaving, then we'll just fucking peace out.
So
Okay.
to answer the question, you would know where to shoot. So you see R1 and L4 jump onto the little boat. I don't know what Pride is doing.
You don't have to take that advice. That's just what Varen told you.
Right.
I know you said comms work. Is there a way to do like proximity comms so I can just hit the ships out there and not the whole port nearby?
So you want to try to communicate with them?
Just with them though. I don't want the whole port to hear it.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. So you're going to try to ping over
Yeah.
to their ship. You're going to try to isolate their signal and ping to it. That's fine. Mind you, nobody else is around him. He's in the ship alone. Everybody else is outside. So
And I have
just
no
you,
comms.
Pride. Well, technically, Maths is near you, but go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Can I just ping him and talk to him?
He's in the ship with you, but like he can hear you earshot like from a couple rooms away. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can just talk to them. Fine.
Yes.
Is what- I don't need to roll anything,
Then
just-
you can
I'm commed
ping.
in.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you hit their comms and they'll open.
I noticed you're eyeing our misfortune. Any response on that?
No.
Just wait a second. No? Okay. You can have the ship if you let us leave.
No response immediately. Do you say anything else?
Your mom's a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
I wouldn't get too close though. This turret is live.
You
Hey,
make
lady, how
me
we doing on the
hard.
turret status? Lady?
Lady?
Lady!
She's on the boat, put on her sunglasses, some sunscreen.
I'm on the
Red
raft.
sunglasses.
No
Starting up.
response immediately. Do you say anything else?
You've been warned. Okay, I need to go.
Okay. And you get up and you go to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, and these two are there climbing onto the boat up above.
We're all getting on the boat.
Okay. So Maths and R1 are going to come out in a minute. Sorry, Maths and Pride are going to come out in a minute to where you guys are on top of the ship. But first, inside, you got to walk by, and you actually see Maths is standing there holding a blaster rifle in his hands as you come walking out. You haven't seen him hold a gun since that whole incident was before. And he's kind of like looking down at the gun as you come walking out into the room where he is.
Oh, good idea. We got more of those?
He nods and points at the pile.
All right.
Like
I'll
gestures
grab
with the muzzle of the gun.
something long range.
Yeah. I figured that would help.
You doing all right, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm moving to Texas.
Smooth conversation. All right.
we better get going, right?
Yeah, we should get you on that boat. Let's go. And he starts walking with you out onto
hold on.
He'll stop for a second.
Maths, right? That's it. Look, buddy. I know things look bleak, and he's kind of like looking around at the torn apart ship, but this thing's gonna go to the bottom of the ocean, like in a day or two. I wouldn't stick around. This is kind of your only option, bud.
No. Captain goes down with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the ship. Part of the crew. Part of the ship.
Sorry,
Or say we all.
sorry I lied to you. My name's not maths. It's actually arithmetic. You can call me Artie.
Not gonna do that, maths.
But Star Wars is an American production, so it just makes more sense because
Wow, wow, wow.
Is he on the metric system?
Oh my god.
Wait, did you say your name was arithmetic? That's funny. I actually heard a little Twi'lek lady on Nar Shaddaa saying your name, saying how she missed you. You know, we better get you over to her. Come on, let's go.
So he joins onto the top of the ship with you guys as you because obviously he didn't say that part. So as you guys go climbing up.
Obviously, he didn't lie. Obviously, he wouldn't lie to try to save his life.
No, he wouldn't lie about his name. So you go and you're climbing into the little boat that you guys have there, and everybody can kind of look up and see that he's still standing there. And he's like, "All right, good luck."
Oh, Mats. Sorry.
At the moment he says that, I'm just gonna grapple and drag him down.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
No, he's pissing me off. No, I'm not even joking.
Let me kill the NPC. No, okay. You want to try to grapple him? You want to try to grapple him? You actually are welcome to do so. It's going to be your.
If he's gonna be all melodramatic, I'm already pissed off. I can't shoot these guys, and this guy's already pissed me off about threatening me. Now
it's
I've made
in
a promise
athletics
to pay
against
him.
his coordination.
Athletics?
Against his coordination.
Yeah, you gotta be strong to.
Does he take a negative for being surprised about
Everything's
me just,
athletics.
Like,
You're not
get
allowed
out
to be
of here.
coordinating.
You being aggressive isn't surprising to anybody.
Not aggressive. I just have him by surprise by shooting him.
Athletics
grapple.
versus coordination, sir. I don't have a training in coordination, but I am a pilot, so you are welcome to roll whenever you like. Ooh, that's good. Let's see what I got. That's double. So you fire the thing off, and he actually like not in a graceful way. He kind of like stumbles to the side, and it misses him. It shoots past and kind of clangs onto something. And he goes, "No, I made up my mind. I'm staying. I'm gonna see if I can still save the ship."
Rico, we don't have a lot of time. You want to talk to him?
Rico looks at Rena, sorry, at Lady, and says,
Lady.
"Good luck," and then will pop itself back out of the ship. Says to you, "I'll see if I can fix that turret," and starts wheeling off.
Oops.
She'd probably say back to him, "You'd do better with the microwave."
It'll curse at you.
She'd smile, but you can't see a smile on a droid, so
Yes, you can.
he just knows that she's like, you know. Anyway,
Varen will just look at the guy and
You're sure?
Worst case scenario, I buy you time. If they go your way, I'll call them back.
Hey,
In a very
that's-
disgruntled, whispered voice. I think only everybody on the ship will be able to hear this, and it's just gonna be like a dumb little thing. Bata does. At the worst, I don't have to pay this guy.
Mats, maybe if you seal yourself in there, you might be able to
Drown.
buy yourself enough time for us to pick you up. Well, I'll get a crane out here for you. Just survive, okay?
He nods, and then he's going to turn and go walking back in. Okay, so I imagine you guys
That guy's
start moving
fucking dead.
forward. Rena, go ahead and make me a mechanics check. It's going to be a just a 1-perp mechanics check. And then immediately afterwards, Wade, do you intend to use the Force to try to give this thing little boops forwards to just try to get the f out of here? Or do you want to just allow Rena's... Okay, you sit down and relax.
don't worry, guys, I got it.
Before we go, can
Fine.
I take one giant full blast right into the ship?
At the one that you're running from?
No.
the one we're leaving.
Why would you do that?
Wait,
That's fucked up.
at the 1930?
Yeah.
Why? What's the point of that?
Part of the ship. Part of the crew. Down
Oh
to
my
David
God.
Jones. He go.
Do you actually want to take a shot at the ship?
Does Pat get
No.
some morality on this, please? Can we get some dark side?
We already know I'm dark side.
So anyways, so you guys start Rena. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, this is a cute little. Oh shit! You know, it's like as it just takes off way faster. It's one of those like trying to steer this thing is going to be difficult because how incredibly fast this is.
Wait,
the
she's
good
Like way
doing it?
too good at my job.
she's the one that's she's it's like an old like
I'm
an
the
old
only
boat with
droid.
the,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like one of those old
Okay.
motorboats. So anyways, the thing is going, the good news is it's going so fast, it's actually hovering itself above the water. Like it's like hovering itself above the water and just
Practically
cruising through there.
flying.
Yeah, like literally like practically flying instead of being an old-fashioned boat inside the water.
Wow, 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 wow.
So you go out of there so fast. The issue is you want to stay on course, right? So Rena, I just have to have you go ahead and roll me. It's going to be because of how fast this thing is and the fact that you're not. It was very makeshift put together. It's going to be 3 blacks and 1 purple because you're just going straight. So just 1 purple, but 3 blacks. Piloting planetary check.
She
Can I
can
use
give
the
herself a
force to
blue.
help
She
keep
can
us
give
on
herself
course?
a blue. If things go sideways, you can correct it, Wade.
All right.
Piloting. All right.
I got it.
All right, she got it.
That
She
blue did
crushed
nothing.
it. Okay, so it did do nothing.
You keep rolling so much threat, but then canceling it out at the same time.
So
Don't know how
Rena,
you do it.
you absolutely make it go cruising forward.
Make
You
it
actually
go.
hear comms that you maintain a little bit of communication with Rico as you're going forward because those comms can actually go like a pretty good distance. On a planetary scale, they can stay as short range, which I think is within short range. So you actually maintain comms with Rico for a little bit, and as he's like cruising through, walking through the ship, he stops and goes, "That's disgusting. Half of the body is starting to thaw."
What about the other half?
It's if that's inquired, it's still frozen.
Oh.
It's hot.
Nice.
So, anyways, Rico lets you know.
Sure, that's fun.
Rico at one point in time will tell you, "Hey, things are going well. It seems like 5 more ships showed up, but I've almost got this turret online. Things are going to go
Yeah,
very
transmission.
well." You guys eventually arrive at the platform with like a little area, a boating area, where you're going to be able to. You have to imagine this thing's like with like an actual wave of water.
She drifts in and like all the like comes up on the side of this thing. Like,
But you actually bump the dock, though. Like, let's be serious. Like, you
Yeah,
actually.
oh,
you legit bump the dock.
absolutely.
Yeah.
like we're here.
Rigo at one point in time tells you, "I'm pretty sure going to get the turret working. Everything's going great." You guys are like getting out of the boat at the dock area where there's actually like a dock people there. Like, is that your ship? Like referencing the one that crashed.
Friend of ours.
We were merely passengers.
Wow.
We chose to stay with it.
I hope everything works out for them.
Unlikely.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say Bata would probably say unlikely.
Yeah, you guys both say unlikely, and then it's
Yeah.
at that point in time, there's like a flash of light. It's like, what the hell? And you turn around and you realize that the ship
They
is
won.
kind of
They took out 5 ships.
rolling up
Self-destructive
in a
meltdown.
plume,
Oh.
and then you hear the and you get hit by the shockwave of Rico isn't as good at mechanics and computers as Lady is, and Rico didn't have Lady's assistance along the way, and trying to get things online didn't
You
really
didn't
work
open
out.
roll.
I don't need to. I didn't get
Oh,
things
okay.
online.
No, go
I-
ahead.
okay,
Oh,
there is
true.
one.
I think
there-
Rico's gone.
Okay, so Scott, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this to you because I'm gonna stay true to the form of D and
I want to
D.
use a light side point on Rico.
I'm gonna need I'm gonna need Matthias's or Math's piloting planetary.
What was his piloting planetary?
I need his
Woo,
piloting
we
planetary
did
against
it!
5 reds and 3 blacks.
What? Why?
Just
why?
please, just humor me.
5 reds and 3 blacks piloting planetary. So he's gonna fly a.
Perfect. So all you see is this little charred body.
What?
What is it? Rocket
So you're
Man.
saying he's still edible?
Half of them.
So, anyways, and then you see the
other half.
explosion
Alright.
happen as the thing blows up off in the distance, and that is the last that we will see of Maths and Rico.
He's
unfortunately,
blasting off again.
And one of
Baron
the
will have a little bit of concern. He'll turn toward like Pride and Lady.
Were they friends of yours?
Nope.
Friends or not. Bata would probably just immediately talk after you, not giving them a chance. Friends or not. It was a stupid decision.
It was theirs to make.
I could have forced him on, but he seemed
It's good you
resolved.
didn't. It's good you didn't. Anyway, we gotta keep moving.
so you guys are sort of the person up there goes
Can we get
That's-
a beep boop for Rico?
beep boop. Kind of like the last thing.
That's good.
So, anyways, you guys are so the crew members are like, whoa, like the people that are here working are like, whoa, that was sorry for your friend.
It's all right.
And the other one kind of leans over and is like, I think they said it's not their friend. Shakes his head at him. What the fuck, bro? And you guys are able to make your way up the stairs, carrying with you the various bits of supplies that you have. One of the
Thought you're about to get rich from True.
guards, it's over on Patreon. I just don't remember exactly how much it is, but on Patreon you can do things like make items for the crew. You can make NPCs for the crew, or I suppose keep NPCs going. You could also make whole quest lines for the crew. Like you could actually come up with a quest that you want them to go on and whatnot. It was also requested by somebody who's a genius, and I'll be putting it on before next session, that there be an initiative redemption, a very high amount initiative redemption called On to Dathomir. And
I was gonna say, if anybody sets up a thing that we go Dathomir, I swear to God, I'm just gonna quit.
but it's
Bata's
supposed to be
just gonna full auto his face.
supposed to be a big number though, but to
We'll fucking end up there anyway. It's a waste. Every time we fail a piloting check and it's messy, so you know we're gonna end up at Dathomir a lot.
so anyways, let's keep going.
That was a
one of
compliment.
the
I have faith in you.
one of the crew members, one of the people down here, one of the space people down here, the employees, the guards and employees of this refueling facility says, looks like you get some scrap there you were looking to sell.
I'll be right back.
There's a spot if you want to go and head up the stairs, and he gives you a bit of directions. He goes, this is a spot where you could probably sell some of that scrap. Sorry again for
Do we know what day and time it is comparatively to when our meeting was supposed to be?
You have no idea right now, but luckily Messi actually has that information.
Well, he knows when, but we don't know what day it is, do we?
Hey,
it-
sir, what
all
day
that,
is it?
all that detail would be on there. He tells you it is, and your Rena's able to kind of like pull up that information from inside of her head.
Wait, we gotta go.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
So Rena's able to pull up that information from inside of her head and tell you that more or less from right now to when your meeting's supposed to be, you've got 4 local hours. So you're going based off local time, right? Because you're not going to necessarily use Galactic Standard Time. So for local time, you have 1 day. For Galactic Standard Time, it's a little over a day.
Okay.
Yeah. But more importantly, you have to find out where your coordinates are, which you can do as soon as you get your hands on a terminal.
Perhaps we unload and then figure out where we need to go.
I have the information.
Well, I mean, compared to where we ended up.
Should we head to the shop?
Yeah, the scrap thing he was talking about.
Yeah, that he suggested.
You guys are easily able to make your way upstairs and go to the area where they have that scrapyard, where they're able to kind of like buy and sell supplies. I mean, this place is meant to be where a lot of ships will come to do refueling. Go ahead, sir.
Before we leave, these were like guards on the port, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Absolutely.
The pirates normally roam so freely, so close to port.
What did you say? Pirates?
Pirates.
No, but there has been an uptick in them lately. Is that what that was? He says, pointing over there. Were there pirates?
Did all of us hear about the 5 additional ships, or was that just?
Just Rena. It was just in her comms from Rico. They had their own personal chats going on.
I knew they were coming though.
They had a ship watching,
Correct.
and we were concerned that more might come.
Well,
I don't know about the 5 additionals. That'd be up to you guys to interject with that.
I probably
Um,
would have described in great detail on how the pirates. I wouldn't know. Never mind.
I guess if it seems relevant, like I'm trying to think about how I think about this. Yeah, okay. 5 more showed up.
6 ships in total. Well, the good
And
news
one
is
downed vessel.
that's probably all of them. That's probably the whole crew. The bad news is that there's been pirates around. Are you familiar with Castellon?
Probably not. Is that a roll?
No, you're fine. Well, this facility that you're on right now, it's called Titan. It's a large refueling station. People from all over come here to refuel, but to keep things short for you, because you're outsiders, we don't really ask questions here as to who's coming and who's going. If you're buying fuel, usually you're good to go. We just ask everybody to keep their scuffles to themselves while they're on, and otherwise, you got to get shot. I have had to handle a few things myself. Nonetheless, you just keep to yourself. Keep things on the up and up. A brawl inside a bar, nobody cares too much about. But generally speaking, if a weapon's drawn, you're going to get shot at by all of us. So I suggest you keep those things put away. Especially that beauty right there, he says, pointing at Bato's gun.
It's not the only beautiful thing that we have here.
Varen pulls off his helmet and his long blonde locks.
I wouldn't tell him that.
So he says, so I'd keep that beautiful thing put away. And then he'll, after a second or whatever pause, he would continue saying, but some people do come for more than just the refueling or the pubs that we have here. We're also kind of known for our racing. There's a bit of a race that happens here. There's one island, more or less on the other side of the planet, that's big enough where there's a bit of pod racing that happens over there. But otherwise, this is it's mostly going to be either air or sea racing. There's used to be some underwater racing that happened before, but I don't want to use the word banned, but it's not really supported anymore because of how dangerous it is being in the water.
Any shipyards around here?
Shipyards.
Ours blew up.
Yeah, no. Unless someone's looking to sell something out of one of the docks, there's no direct shipyards here. So good luck with that one.
Thanks.
What about somebody willing to sell passage?
Well, that's legal. Most things are. That's legal, and you're welcome to buy passage if someone's willing to sell it.
Scott, with the pod racing, would it be like a safe to assume that there's probably betting going on for those races?
Mm-hmm.
So then she'd ask him, how often are ships themselves bet in these pod races?
How often do what?
Are ships themselves bet?
Oh, I
in
understand.
pod
I
races?
understand. Well, pod racing is like land ships. Like land
Yeah, I know.
speeders. Okay.
I'm saying, like, are they
That's
going to
collateral.
bring?
Oh,
one
you
out
said
on
was
land ship?
Yeah. I get what you said. Okay,
Yeah,
that was like
yeah.
several steps up from where my mind
Yeah.
was.
Sorry.
So he goes, listen, as a rule of thumb, I personally don't bet too much, and just the other guy, and the other guy, who's kind of like a Deveronian, is like, yes, I've bet a couple times. I've lost literally the armor off my back. Ain't fun going to work if you ain't got no protection. But, it happens. It's just usually the people that are in that spot is people you ain't wanting to be messing with. More often than not, if they're willing to bet their ship, they already owe somebody else that ship first. So, you kind of buy in debt, if you know what I mean.
Varen just hides in one of the canyons and uses move to crash all the ships.
I should just
That's
say
so
understood.
childish. Bata whips out his gun. Full auto.
I don't know if Pride reacts
Cross
to that
like
at
it's hit
all.
again.
I think he's
Reacts
just
to
like
Across the dice.
to what I
Reacts
just
to the
said.
what? The pod racing?
Yeah, I said how often do they bet their ships
Oh,
in
yeah.
these pod races?
Yeah. So he's like, I don't know how often it is, but it happens. I mean, a good number of ships shows up too. He won't wrong. The islands that has the pod racing at it. It also has a pretty big dock over there that a bunch of
Pretty
ships will
big.
pull up into. How else are you going to be able to view the racing over there? Some ships even view it from the sky.
You guys want to win 1 million credits?
He just openly laughs. He goes, there ain't nothing never gonna happen. Unless you know something. You know something? Hey, listen, you
Tell me
got
how to-
you got a tip. I want the tip.
You tell me how to get in one of these
got two.
races, and I promise you, I'll win you a lot of money.
You tell me how to get into the races?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. He says, it's pretty easy. You know that scrapyard that he was telling you about? You just go a few doors down from there, walk in the bar. You talk to the barkeep there. He'll take care of you.
Do you
Sponsor?
need your own pod?
Oh no, you can place bets on pods that are already there. Who you betting on?
I mean, if we had a pilot.
Group huddle real quick, guys, if you don't mind.
He's
putting our money
So you
on
say,
the
I mean, if you have,
queen.
so as you guys are kind of like whatever, and he says, I mean, if you had a pilot, he goes, there's a rule. If you were racing, sorry, if you got a pod and you say you're racing, there ain't no such thing as backing down. So you be careful, because as soon as your name is in, even if somebody else puts your name in, that name ain't coming back out. So unless you
That
intend
seems
to race,
really unfair. What the hell? Hey, I really hate this guy. I'm gonna enter him into a pod race so he dies.
if they have a,
I'm
if they
gonna
have
do that daily.
if they have a
I'm
pod,
saying if we had a pilot, but no pod.
you're gonna have to get your hands on a pod, then, friend.
That's what the barkeep has them, though, is what he was telling us, right?
Oh no, no,
I think
barkeep
the
takes the
barkeep's where you go
bets.
to bet on other racers, not to enter. Like you
You
can't just go.
can,
to
you
race
can enter
without-
in there too, but you're gonna have to have a pod for it.
My God, welcome to episode 1, the Phantom Penis.
All right. So as long as so just to break it down, if we wanted to do this, we'd need to find someone with a pod that would be willing to let us use it. 2, we need to get entered in through the barkeep, and 3, we'd have to sell all of our scrap and then bet all of it on ourselves to make all that money back, and then we can use that to buy a ship, or we can front the money and try to get a ship as the reward.
Or blast somebody as they're walking onto their ship and then take it and run away.
We could become professional gamblers here, racers here, or it's made of water. We
You're
could sell
not, you're
water.
not, you're not selling water, okay?
We could sell
Or
water.
we can sell mechanical dicks.
So is there anything else you guys say to one another before you go to the scrapyard to buy some mechanical dicks?
Well, first we have to sell all of our stuff, and we have to make this meeting. So we have to do something with the
Welcome to
cryopods
Galactic
or
Park.
the carbonite pods. We can't just carry those around with us for the rest of our lives. To find a place to put them, or if we're going to use them to sell, we have to decide on that.
The meeting
wanna
for
try.
those is tomorrow.
Yeah, but we need to figure out a way to change all the ID numbers over to the ones that you guys had that are exploded now. Otherwise,
can
we're
I
just
do
going to
that?
look at it. No, it's not it.
I imagine, because that was your plan originally and time did pass, maybe you had time to peel off the IDs that you wanted from the other. Oh, from their 2 broken ones, right? So I will allow you in the retcon to make 2 mechanics checks to do this, Rena.
Okay.
It's going to be I would say 2 purple and a red, and if you get a despair, you destroy it, so you can't do it.
You could light side and
Mechanic check.
downgrade.
You can light side. Do you want to light side?
What's the difficulty on this?
It's 2 checks.
2
2
purples and a
perps and a
red.
red.
That doesn't sound too too bad.
No, but a
really.
despair means we fail.
So,
yeah.
Rena, do
We
you
have a
want to
higher
light
chance
side?
of success.
I'll
right?
use the
Okay.
light side and downgrade.
So this is for the first check.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
What does a triumph get us?
A big old bag of dicks.
All right, there's
Nothing.
success.
Okay. So the things with those 2 there, I'm going to say the thing's a little bit scuffed up. Somebody trying to identify it's going to get a black die, but otherwise you succeed. Okay. And for the second check, do you want to use another light side?
I feel like we should not be 5-0 on light side, but we're
Yeah,
also...
no, I won't use it.
Cool. I get my despair. Hold on. Before you roll, whose identification did you peel off first? Let's roll a die. Pat and Wade, you guys roll D100 in whatever chat, and the lower person is the one that was taken already. Ooh. Go ahead, Pat. Oh, he rolled over there,
I rolled a
47. Cool. On the other chat. So Pat's was taken so far. So Rena, since you're not using one, I'm going to upgrade the difficulty.
2 reds.
Yeah,
Breaks-
I mean...
Breaks carbonite.
Damn it!
Easy.
And you just take 1 strain for that.
Okay.
Oh, God damn it. She's too awesome. So you guys,
Put your
unless there's
robot
anything
dick
else that
away.
you want to talk about, do you make your way up to the, whatchamacallit?
I got a
Now we
cool
gotta-
box I
We
can
gotta
open.
stash them. So we need to find a
The
place.
junkyard, what's in the box?
We need to find like a
Special.
rendezvous. We need to find like a
Break, I'll show you.
command point.
Or we just leave somebody here to guard over it while we go and have someone come down to look at the scrap. And we
Or
say
just
those
bring
are
it-
for sale.
Bring your scrap with you.
But we also have 2 carbonite, 2 people frozen in
Evil.
carbonite that we're
Oh,
just carrying with us.
Yeah, like I said, they don't ask questions. So this place
If
isn't gonna ask
someone's
questions
gonna
like that.
watch, if someone's gonna have to watch over the stuff, you might as well just leave Bato.
And you have
no
3
one's
people
gonna-
frozen in carbonite.
No one's gonna
yeah.
mess with. No one's gonna mess with the Mandalorian standing there with a
Alright.
heavy blaster rifle.
So
watching
Bato
stuff.
stands there over all the stuff. You guys go up, bringing most of the junk with you, just not the carbonite
Yeah.
or
Let's
the
sell
heavy or the
scrap.
heavy Beskar pieces. Cool.
Yeah.
So you
Sell the
guys make
scrap.
your way upstairs to go check out the scrap. You go walking into the scrap area, and it's nothing like the one that you were born into, Rena, right? This one is actually very well maintained. So a lot of the supplies, like I would say about 3/4 of the supplies in this place have been properly cleaned up and are prepared. Some of the stuff over in that area is even new. The back, like quarter of the areas where it's like, okay, this stuff was like so scuffed up and damaged or whatever, that like they didn't even waste their time cleaning it up. This is like the discount section, right? It's like going to Macy's, what is it, Macy's... Oh, what do they call it?
Macy's Day
Backyard?
Parade.
Oh, what do they call it? Macy's back.
Parade.
I can't remember what it's called, but they
Back
actually
to school sale.
they have their cheap area, whatever the fuck it's called.
Walmart.
Walmart. God damn it. What
The
the
cheap
fuck?
part of Macy's is Walmart. That's TJ Maxx. So you what the fuck's it called?
Dude,
You
doesn't matter.
go walking in, and all the most of the stuff in here is actually very well maintained. Some stuff even being new inside here, and there's all sorts of stuff that you can find too. Like this is definitely a place where people come and unload their extra supplies. So like you can find rifles inside here, blasters inside here. You can find vibro weapons are actually found here, even though they're illegal in most worlds. You can actually get your hands on some of those here. You can find all sorts of different parts and whatnot for repairs, etc., etc., etc. There's a ton of stuff you can find inside here.
I apologize to interrupt. We asked about this on our way over here. Is this Empire owned
No,
or is this neutral?
neutral.
Oh.
Yep, neither Empire nor Republic.
So this is a lawless planet.
Well, it has a lot of law. It's just they have their
Right,
own law.
but they're not.
Self-governed.
Correct.
They're not influenced
Correct.
one way or another,
Factionless.
which means
And-
we should.
And it's
we
able to
should
remain
tread
that way because
carefully
it's
then.
extremely valuable.
Right. Yeah. That's yeah. The problem with that is, if it's neutral, we have people from both parties probably lurking or looming.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's neutral.
They're
we
not
knew
al-
that
they're
coming
not
in,
allowed to
though,
attack
correct?
you. Yes, and they're not allowed to attack you.
Right.
All right,
right.
so
But we're not
so
allowed
much
to
stuff.
attack them either. So what do you
Correct.
mean?
If you raise arms, all the guards just shoot at
Oh
you.
yeah, they have the rights. Yeah. So, but we all knew that coming down here, correct?
Correct.
We had prior knowledge. Okay.
This is Switzerland. Everybody's welcome, especially Nazi treasures.
I don't think this is Switzerland. This is more like
I've actually been to
Someplace
Switzerland. It's
a little
really
less.
nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, a little less nice.
Yeah.
My family and I had a lunch there we went on a vacation, and of course, us being the picky kids we are, we went McDonald's. It was like $50 for.
Oh yeah,
for 5
Norway, like
people.
Burger King, we spent like
It's
$80.
so fucking expensive.
I wouldn't eat it.
I
went
ordered
to
a
a Mc-
large drink. It was like
I
it
don't
was
wanna
like
tell
our
the story, yeah.
medium. It was crazy.
I wouldn't
Also,
eat it.
Dippin' Dots is insane over there. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't even eat that here. But okay.
Do
So-
I?
So
Not
so anyways, so yeah, you guys go walking in and there's all sorts of supplies inside here. And you can actually see that inside this establishment, there's not one but 3 different attendants walking around to help out. All the attendants are actually funny enough, they're of the same species as you are, Messi, which is the Myralian. Myralian.
Cool.
Yep. So you
Um,
come walking in, and they'll give you like an appropriate like Myralian kind of greeting, with a smile. The others they'll also welcome as well. They'll welcome what is it, Varen as well, and they don't give a welcome to Lady because she looks like a messed up protocol droid.
Yep. I was told we could sell some scrap here, maybe pick up a few things as well.
Of course, if you've got the coin, we'd be willing to help you out. If you've got the credits, we'd be willing to help you out. Or maybe if you have something of interest, we could trade.
Wait, am I good at this? I don't remember. I'm good at negotiation.
Wait. So there's a redemption called Mind Trick. And every time somebody redeems it, you guys get 10% in your favor for the upcoming trade deal, right? Lasts for a whole session. To a maximum of plus 50%. So since this campaign started, there have been 6 mind tricks that have been redeemed. So you guys are gonna be able to
60% off, bro.
you're able to use 5 of them max. So you're able to get a 50% in your favor. So yeah, you guys are gonna be really good at this, but it's partially gonna be because he's a Myralian and he's walking in and they're like, hey, Myralian, we're gonna hook a brother up. You know what I mean?
So where were you guys from? Oh yeah, my aunt was born there. I don't have an aunt.
Oh my god, was that old lady Grundle? I love her.
Yeah, she's in jail now. Yeah.
Funny thing, I
Took
was
a life.
playing. I was playing New World today, and there was a guy that was. I just kept seeing him randomly, and his name was Ligma Grundle. I thought it was great. Sorry, that's all.
Not the same. Close.
Well, one day
Very
we'll
good.
find out. One day we'll find out who it was that's trying to buy you guys. So, anyways, so you guys go walking in and like, more or less, let me see the scrap and everything that you have here. Now, are there any particular supplies that you guys are trying to get your hands on? Anything you wanted to get your hands on, or is it just simply aside from the comms for you, Messi, or is it literally just a or is it literally just a what the fuck's the word I'm looking for? Just credits.
I know I had a modified blaster pistol that I was holding on to that I found, but we never actually broke it down into what it was.
Yep.
Um,
Because you have to spend time for a lady to look it over.
Okay, so
Or
we'll just
me to
assume I
look it
don't
over.
sell it then. But are there any other weapons that in our stash that we brought with us that look modified or are special in any
No,
way?
honestly, they're all a little bit beat up, but again, lady can fix those. They're all
Okay.
just a little bit beat up. So you
Okay.
have you have a holdout blaster in there. You have a couple of light blasters. You have one heavy blaster, but not so a holdout blaster, a couple of light blaster pistols.
Yeah, I got you.
and then a heavy blaster.
Then I don't think there's anything specifically that I'm looking for, but I would like to know during
Also,
this
do you have
transaction.
armor?
No, I would like to know during this transaction if they could direct us towards a place where we could rent a room for a day or two, or a couple rooms.
Oh, keep a
which is
room.
not at all related to selling. But
It's entirely easy to get your hands in a room. There's all sorts of different parts of this platform over here have places where you can get a room. It's a matter of, do you want it cheap or expensive? Do you want to hear the clanging and smell the oil, or do you want to stay where it's clean to get a beautiful view of sunrise and sunset?
I don't know, man. If you were in my shoes, what do you think would be best? I mean, you and I we're so similar.
Me personally, I would do one of three things. One, you could just get drunk enough that they throw you in the hole and there's a free night.
Yeah, but I got some stuff I got to store with me too, so I definitely need a place.
Two, you can definitely get one of the high-rise rooms, so you can more or less just see the beauty of the day from day till night. Now, again, days here are a little bit longer than the Galactic Standard Day, so you have even more beauty to set your eyes on. And then number
That
three,
does sound nice.
yeah, number three. I mean, I get a pretty nice view from my place.
Why does Scott always do this?
Oh shit, he's hard.
Is he?
Jesus.
Fuck.
Dude, if he was a captain, he'd be sailing at full mast.
Now the high rise you were talking about. What are the people like over there?
Oh. Coming in like a YT930. So anyways,
That would be like the RC blows.
we say what are the people like over there, or what it's like over there? It's extremely beautiful. I mean, if you're willing to pay that kind of credits, we're talking. There's indoor waterfall. There's several swimming pools, so you can both see the ocean and be in it at the same
Enough
time.
of the pitch. I'm looking for individuals of interest, if that makes sense.
I'm
Oh.
looking for bitches and hoes.
If you're
Not
trying
those
to find,
individuals of interest.
if you're trying to find out about the
people
any
who sell
particular people,
drugs.
this isn't the place for that.
where would that be?
We keep our clients' transactions somewhat confidential.
Okay,
To
now-
answer that question, I'd suggest the
Deception
pub.
check. Deception check.
I'd suggest the pub.
Sounds good. Okay, well, yeah, I'll look around some. Appreciate the assistance on that. Do you guys want to buy anything?
Or you just want to sell?
I need nothing. We need credits.
You know, some food would be nice. I don't know if this is a scrapyard, so I imagine you don't have any. Never mind. What about you, lady? Anything we might need for repairs or modifications in the future?
Yeah, our ship
Should be
might
the
need
place
some
to
work
get it.
actually. We need the ship part.
Are you a mechanic droid?
I am.
Huh. Well, if you have interest in parts or anything like that, there's a back room over there you're welcome to look into. You can find perhaps parts that you might be interested in purchasing while for projects that you have ongoing.
Yeah, why don't you go take a look at that lady?
I'll have a look. She'll head over to where he gestures.
And he'll like lean over the counter and try to like distract this guy again and be like, "Now, just wondering, do you know of anyone who might be selling a ship? Ours exploded. It's not worth trying to fix."
Looks over at lady as she goes walking through the doorway, as so like her back to you. She goes disappearing through the doorway and says, "Ongoing projects indeed." The selling a ship, again, you could probably hear some rumors in the pub. Other than that, I suppose you could just start Cathar calling out at some
I'll be a cat
people
fucker.
in the out in the one of the docks.
So I'm just assuming because you own a scrapyard. I just thought you might have heard something. So that's not the case then.
Not of selling ships. I mean, I know of some people that are getting some pretty expensive parts, but those could be for modifications, not necessarily for purchase.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And we do keep a degree of confidentiality for our patrons.
Yeah, no, I understand. Totally get it. Cool. Well, I guess we'll just sell then. Sounds like we don't need anything yet, but maybe when we get the ship, we can come back for some upgrades.
Sure.
I'll start there, you know.
Okay, so I was originally going to allow you guys to grab a whole bunch of shit, and I was going to be a nice GM and allow you to just sell a bunch of like value supplies off the ship for 6,000 credits. If you would like to cash in your plus 50% right now, you guys can just turn that into 9,000 credits right now. Or you can be like,
Is that a lot? That sounds like a lot.
and
Can I
9,000
negotiate first and then?
I mean, you can definitely try to negotiate. Yes.
I never got to do it before because Cross always took the fucking lead, so I'd like to try.
Oh yes. Okay. Cool. Good.
Okay,
All right.
I'm sorry, but Crossa actually helped.
No, Cross was terrible at negotiation.
I don't know what you're talking
I made
about.
more fucking when Cross negotiated.
No. I
See if
don't
you're any
know.
better. Tough
So
guy.
for you to negotiate against this person, because obviously they're trained in it and whatnot, you're going to be rolling against 2 purple and a red. They deal with
Okay.
all types, so they're skilled in this.
I will use a light side and downgrade the red.
Okay, use your light side. Go ahead. Wait, how did you have a light side? Oh, I used one. Damn it.
You
I
did.
forgot that I used one.
We have 2 light side.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, sir. With 1 success, so you're able to, instead of it's 6,000, you're able to sell it for. Take the strain, by the way. Wait. No, actually, don't take the strain. I mean, next time you roll a black die in this shop. Next time you do a check in the shop, it'll take a black die. So, anyways,
Make sure you remember that.
so you instead of a 6,000 as the baseline number, I'll say you can get it for 6,400 credits. So if you double that, that brings up to 9,600 credits. I said double. I meant half again.
It'd be 999, right?
94 to
Well,
96. Sorry, 64 to
Oh, it's
96.
64, so it'd go to
96.
98.
96 plus
Hold on,
50%.
Fucking up my math. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dead.
So it's up to you guys. Do you want to take the extra 3,200 credits? Which again is a lot. Like if you look at how much your guns cost, like that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how much a ship is, but maybe we can double,
Not-
triple that if I win a race.
We're not gonna get a ship off of that.
Well, actually, Varen, just thought of it. Maybe when Lady comes back, we can check in with her. But maybe if we can just get passage back to Nar Shaddaa, we could just take my ship.
You have
So
a
you're
ship.
saying do or don't take the credits?
Yeah, we should.
The credits are in the meta.
Then we accept.
Okay, so you guys are going to use so for the rest of the session, which is about an hour left, any transactions you make are still in your favor for that 50%, okay? So
Varen, you
Those
hold on to
ways
the
that
credits.
buying and selling, or just selling?
I will double check what it
Yes.
says on there. In the meanwhile, what are you saying, Messi?
I was just saying that Varen should hold on to the credits since he did the negotiations.
How much was it? 9,600.
Yes,
9,600.
9,600. It actually specifically says base cost of all goods is decreased by 10% for the rest of the session, or for the next session that has a transaction. So, but I'm saying for this initial selling, you can get that. That's fine. So,
Okay, normally it's just for purchasing, not for selling.
correct, yeah. But this is like the baseline. We're getting you guys started. This has been built up for the past 5 sessions, whatever it's been. So, all right, cool. So you guys, so this is actually a big boon for you. So you guys go.
But I did buy the little hollow thing too, so I don't know how much that is. I imagine.
A hollow thing? No, oh, just a comm. Comms are,
comms, yeah, comlink.
Just typical comms cost 50 credits, I believe. So you're talking, you spend 45 credits to buy it. So Wade can subtract that. Cool. Rena, you
45.
go into the back room looking around at the
Yeah,
various
45.
devices that are back there. When you go back there, there's actually another Miraline that happens to be back there. So you come walking in, they're like, oh, hey there. You looking for anything in particular?
Seeing what stands out.
Well, you have standard stuff over here, parts for if you're doing like weapons or armor upgrades, kind of over in this section. It's kind of like, as compared to up front, kind of disheveled. It's like when you go to GameStop and there's that bin of just all the shit just like thrown together. So that's what this back room is. This area over here is going to be some parts that you might be able to use on ships, like smaller parts for fixing a couple things here and there. You notice the part that you actually saw Messi carrying around at one point in time for fixing like a microwave, and you're like, oh. And then and that stuff over there is honestly, we can't even identify with all those things all those things over there are. So you're welcome to have a look over there and see if anything piques your interest.
I guess I'll go there first then to the things that he doesn't know what they are.
The fun stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So you go walking over there and looking around at a couple of different things. I would say there's one particular thing that it kind of catches your eye. It triggers a memory from before. Why don't you go ahead and roll me an education check, medium? What's that? No,
Two?
average 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong side. Okay, there we go.
Rena, you are definitely able to identify this.
Sick.
This is it requires an active power source. So something like this would usually be attached to something like a power suit, or like, even though those don't exist yet because we're thousands of years in the past, or like a destroyer droid, but it's like a personal power. It's like a personal deflector shield. That's
You
designed.
got a battery.
It's like a personal deflector shield that's designed to be attached to, again, either like a powered suit or like a droid that can really help in rough spots. The fun part is looking at the way that this thing is designed, because this isn't like its original design. It looks like almost like somebody took a base concept that you're able to identify and made some decent modifications to it. It looks nothing like what you would expect something like this to look like, which is why it's in that pile of, I don't know what it is.
Right.
You get a really, and with that Triumph right there, I can tell you right now, you're going to have to play down the significance of what it is that you're holding. You can give an automatic downgrade to the difficulty to deception, how valuable this is.
Okay.
You can totally be like, oh, I'll take this junk, you know?
Yeah. Could use this for like my ship or whatever, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Okay. Well, obviously take that. Anything else stand out?
I mean, over here, I would say nothing particular stands out to you. You don't see anything here that, little parts here and there that you're like, I don't really need this in my collection. My tools work as is, so on and so forth.
Okay. So back over by the section that he mentioned about like armor and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, little upgrade pieces, modifications. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Particular type of modifications that you're looking for, or?
Trying to think. I don't know if I would have already done this from forever ago. I mean, I guess there's a few like little modifications I would want to do to her just in general, but that's just I assume she would have already done that. More so like because Pride doesn't really wear armor, right?
Pride's gonna wear some pretty light stuff. He's gonna wear like the basic leather stuffs.
I mean, she'd be looking to see if there was anything there that she might be able to, I don't know, craft into something for him.
So,
if anything.
So what you'd be looking for here, Rena, it's not like you make armor or you make weapons, right? This is for adding modifications to. So if you're saying, I want something to modify his armor, well, he's not wearing armor, so.
Well, yeah, but if we've got something like left on his ship or something, I don't know, like what kinds of things we have.
I mean, you could always wait until after you have better conversations with Bato and whatnot and find out what kind of modifications he needs for his armor or Wade with his or so on and so forth. And you can always come back and get parts.
We can come back. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Well, okay. I mostly just wanted to look around to see if anything stood out. So
nothing immediately does, because honestly, you aren't really a combative person. You know what I mean? Like defense sounds nice, but beyond that, you're not really a combative person. So no modifications immediately jump out at you. Besides, you did see that what's his face picked up a heavily modded gun. You just didn't look at the modifications yet. He hasn't shot at you either. So
okay, I'll head back out then.
He points at a random civilian.
With the case that I have.
Cool. You go walking out there. And they go, you find something?
It's just a part I could probably make useful. Nothing huge though.
Oh, let me see how valuable that is. And why don't you go ahead and roll me your deception check? Again, you are downgrading the difficulty. The person that you're rolling against for it's actually again against their discipline. So I take a downgrade to my roll on my discipline from your deception. So.
Oh wait, so I'm not putting it down. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm rolling flat.
Flat deception, and I'm rolling my discipline.
Okay.
Who gets the upgrade or the downgrade?
I take a downgrade.
Well, that's something.
I'm supposed to be rolling with 1 green, 1 yellow. Let's see how it plays when I downgrade. Oh wow. Let's do I want to dark side this? I think I'm going to, because I have too many of them.
She has 1 green.
I would have downgraded you, by the way. But
Into a blue? How do you?
oh wait,
downgrade
hold
that?
on, Rena,
Yeah, how?
Can you flip a light side point? I can't down. I don't think I can modify this. I can't modify it a
I
contestant
don't
roll.
think so.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna roll this normal. So I just get one downgrade. Okay, let's roll this. No wait, I have all those reds and blacks. Okay, now I'm gonna roll it. Sorry. Discipline. You win.
Let's go. All right.
Wow.
He looks at that thing and says. He looks at that thing and says, 50 credits, I guess.
You want me to take that off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Take it off. Yeah. We should be at 9505.
That is the math I did.
Yes.
And
Yes.
did you guys actually want to check out a terminal?
Where we are?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah,
If they
'cause
have
you
one.
I am being.
Yeah,
I gotta step away
probably.
for a quick second again. Apologies.
we use all of the books for the campaign. All of them. So like your characters, some of your characters are made with Force and Destiny, some of your characters are made with Edge of the Empire, some of your characters are made with Age of Rebellion. But that aside, there's also 100 supplement books to complement the 3 core books. We use all of them. So there's not like 1 or 2, it's all of them.
Do you guys want to see what's in my box while Wade's gone?
Why somebody yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
You
I'll
can
actually be right
open
back.
the box.
Yeah, Lunar Fox was wondering.
I'm not sure what they were asking. Which rule set or GM guide? Gotcha. Oh wait, which rule book set? Do you know it's a FFG?
Fantasy Flight Games.
I assume
If
you
that's
know
what you
that based
mean.
off your questions.
What's in the box?
It's from Pokemon.
Dude, I'm waiting on my Pokemon delivery. It's coming Friday.
I actually thought today we were going to be able to meet the person that was
Nope.
trying to buy you guys.
No spoilers.
Well, it's spoiling, unfortunately. I was really
Pat,
hoping
what's
for it
in there?
before I went on vacation for a week.
Pat, what's in there?
'Cause I think
Ooh.
we're actually missing Wade the week after we come back too, so it's like I was really fucking hoping.
Pat, how many packs
Sad.
are in that?
It's not what you think.
I see styrofoam, I think.
It's Wade's favorite. He loves...
Mr. Mime?
No.
Oh.
Styrofoam.
Wade loves styrofoam.
He's weird like my sister-in-law.
Can you jump scare him like just by taking it in frame?
I might see him in a couple weeks and then he'll torture me.
You think Wade's gonna remember something in a couple weeks?
Who?
Exactly. I think I'm gonna have an ice cream cone after this is over before I go to bed.
Oh, ice cream counter goes up to 3 at the end of the stream, guys. Keep that in mind.
I'll send a picture to confirm if I do.
Okay. I'm gonna track your ice cream cone eatage.
You don't want to track that. The number hits double digits a week.
Yeah, I bet it does.
It does, baby.
Oh
does.
gosh, this is so cool.
Yeah, I love styrofoam. Big fan.
They sold a bunch of these.
Yo,
It's a little gardening set.
I was gonna say, is he porcelain?
yo.
I could put all my weed in there.
It's not gonna be much weed, man. But if
Bro,
you're
look
gonna
how
put
happy he is. He's weed. They have
Well,
a
you
Bulbasaur
grind it
one.
and
if
you
you're
put the
gonna put
grind in
weed in
there.
there, it has to be either Bulbasaur or it has to be Squirtle with
don't.
the sunglasses.
I don't smoke, but I thought this was really cute. I thought I could put like a little cactus or something in there.
Yeah. On God, you could probably do like the little pyramid incense too. You could have a little smoking pot.
It's true. I could put like a little sand in there.
Yeah,
It is really cute though, right? Like,
that's dope. What's the bottom of it? Is it painted?
no, it's just
Yeah. You might need a pad for it if you're gonna put it on a hard surface.
yeah.
Bonsai tree is a good idea. The only thing I don't like about the idea of putting like a plant in there is that it's gonna grow and cover his face. So I almost feel like you'd want something,
That's what I'm saying. If I put like a mini cactus,
yeah, something small for sure.
oh, yeah,
Bonsai
like
might be too big.
I thought this would make it cute, and so I got it. They sold out of the Pikachu and Charmander ones like immediately. Shocker there.
Well, Squirtle's better, so
I agree. I like Squirtle a lot.
Although it would make more sense to do a Bulbasaur one because it's a grass type. But I don't see how Charmander can possibly grow anything. It gets good.
I am on hour 18 of work, but that's okay. I enjoy D&D. Or FFG.
I mean, we just bought the thing. If you want to move on, we can. I feel like we're not going to do anything else here.
Oh, well, we got to have you check out where you are. I'm just waiting for the PCs. I'm waiting for them to come back.
Yeah, I got you.
Because, like, Bato's not even with you guys. He's just standing there holding a gun.
Yep.
All right, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
All
Rena
good.
took the opportunity to peace out as well, so.
Oh yeah.
We're on break technically? Or are we still
No,
alive?
we're still alive, yeah. It's all good.
Oh,
They
okay.
were watching you open your box.
Wait, what do you think?
Oh, nice.
It's a
We're done
little-
with the Aladdin bowl.
It came
Mermaid
wrapped in
bowl.
styrofoam.
I can put my weed in there.
Arabian Nights.
What are we doing right now? What's going on?
Arabian days. We're just
Waiting.
waiting. So we're waiting for you guys to return. So you go head over to the terminal to check things out while she's out back, seeing what's back there, right? So you went over to the terminal. It's like, hey, let me actually see where
We
we're
go to
located.
the computer without the computer specialist? That
Did-
seems stupid.
That's you're not hacking, right? Like he's just right. Like grandma knows how to Google search. Mom knows how to Google search. Cousin Vinny knows how to
thank God.
Google search. So so Bessie, you go over there and you start punching in like trying to like more or less where am I? Boop, and you more or less hit your map quest on there between where you are and where it is. So funny
You
enough,
hit
you
your
actually
TomTom.
see the coordinates of where it is that you're supposed to be going. And fun story about where it is you're supposed to be going. It's pretty much on the other side of the planet from where you guys happen to land. It happens to be on an island. Looking at the island, it looks like a rather large-sized island. Taking a little bit of time to almost like search into the HoloNet. It's like back up, like, you know, kind of like pull out your hollow view of the planet. Kind of giving it a good old spin. You realize that might be the largest island. Kind of the Google search details. Yes, the largest island on the planet, and guess what? It's well known for its pod racing.
Guess we're going. Oof, Ryan. Ouch.
Should I don't know if there's something I could do, but can Lady make like download this map or something? If she doesn't already have it.
So she doesn't have the map of the planet by any stretch of the imagination, or how to get to those coordinates from where you are. But if you call her over when she comes out, and she like finishes the transaction, like, hey, lady, come here for a second. She can
Where's
come over
that
and go,
lady?
and,
Where's that lady?
She
Okay,
jacks
so we'll do
in.
that.
She jacks in.
Okay.
Yep, and is able to pull that information, no problem. So that you guys are good to go. So, lady, you're able to figure out what that is, where that is, so on and so forth. You guys are also able to find out, like, if you're on a proper like ship, like if you were on your ship that you had earlier, you could have traveled from here to there in like an hour, right? But if you're going to be using like a more of a global ship, like a boat or whatever it is, traveling over there could take several hours, if not, you know, half a day.
Years.
For like typical citizen transit, that could take that several hours. If you're going for like super
long would it
economy
take
class,
on
half
our-
a day.
How long would it take on our raft?
You know, like
It's lighter now. Less weight.
Fast.
it would be
yeah.
about a favorite minute.
You might be lost at sea. Hey, guess what? We got a coin for the Witcher.
Woo!
Oh hell yeah.
God, I love making money for Witcher when I'm not even playing Witcher.
I really got to update
Thank you, Scott,
those.
for keeping that redeemable. We appreciate that.
You're welcome. It'll be important in the future. So, anyways, it's still collecting coins. That's right. Witchers never stop, baby. So, Rena, you're able to discover that and basic flight paths from here to there. Again, if you had a proper ship, you can get over there in like an hour. But if you're using civilian flight or if you're doing expensive, an hour, less expensive, a few hours, you know what I mean? If you want super cheap, it could take you about half a day to get over there. If you want to do free, which is your raft, you might never arrive.
One quick thing.
Yeah.
I know a couple of you guys are like Witcher fans. I don't know if you saw this. Project Red announced that there is now a Witcher-esque Pokemon Go game
Yeah.
that you can
Yeah.
play.
Did it come out already?
It's out. I downloaded it. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna try
saying,
it. I'm gonna
it's
give
a
it a
legit
shot.
thing. It just seems to. That's all. Bye.
Yeah.
We mentioned The Witcher. It jogged my mind about it today, and I
Good.
thought it was silly.
You're good, man.
I remember seeing the ad for
Do,
it.
do you
live
throw
from
your
the
balls
conference.
at them? I mean, you are playing a
So
Witcher.
you
do just
fight
throw
you
your
are a
balls at them?
Witcher, and you literally just—it's kind of like the Harry Potter game that Niantic did. It's kind of like
Fight
you,
them with swords.
you fight them with swords. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you don't throw your balls at them.
No, you
No.
sword fight and then you throw your balls at them.
Oh, okay. That sounds like
That's
a
only
Tris
for
thing happening.
Yennefer, though. Okay,
Yeah,
you know. What I mean?
I'm more of a Tris guy.
Yeah, you remember that?
Trish is actually a girl. All right, so let's continue.
Okay. So Rena, I have to ask, Rena, who would you throw it to, Yennefer or Tris?
Yennefer.
Excuse me.
Jennifer.
Okay, now hold on. One more question. Follow-up question.
Probably. I don't know. Okay, but
Follow-up question. Yennefer
wait,
or
wait.
Tris in the TV series or the video game series? Because they're two very different groups of people.
I've
We
seen
didn't
them
really
in the
get to
video game series, but I
see
don't
Tris.
know. Yeah.
We didn't really get any information or any like character development with Triss. She
Yeah.
was there for like half an episode, really.
Listen-
So
It's true.
the whole let's be honest, the whole fucking thing was about Geralt and Yennefer. A little bit about Ciri. Like, come on.
It's so annoying too because Yennefer is like a really stuck up self-righteous bitch, whereas like
yes.
whereas
100%.
like Triss is like, even though she's extremely
Complete opposite.
manipulative, she's very genuinely kind to Geralt and actually tries to help him and shows actual love, even if in a somewhat manipulative way, because she knows about the whole Triss situation. She's actually in love with him. Whereas Yennefer is
He's a-
just
I mean,
Scott,
Trish
he's a
does some-
hunter.
Trish
He
does
likes
some
the
fucked
chase.
up shit.
of course she
Triss
does.
is
She's a
fucked up shit.
sorceress. What do you expect?
No, I meant just their whole relationships.
Yes,
really
I'm
gross.
aware,
It's
but-
really gross.
But Yennefer's is so much worse. So much worse.
Well, but that was both of them that kind of made that mistake. Yennefer's is okay. I don't want to get in the whole.
Okay, what you're saying
Which is
is
bad. They both suck.
Geralt should be single. He should, his
He-
lady love is somewhere, or Gent is somewhere out there still. You know.
Geralt deserves a broken heart. That's what I'm gonna say.
Wow, Jesus. Okay,
It's
let's
true.
move on.
It's true.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
Messy,
be
I hope
able to feel
you know,
it.
Messy, I hope you get in no more car accidents. Okay, I hope you never
Okay.
get into a car accident again for the
Thanks.
rest of your life. All right.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
right.
Thank
Not
you.
even a fucking fender bender. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Now that that's
happened?
settled, asshole. What? Rita, you're able to get that information.
You can
of the
find me
flight
at
paths.
twitch.tv/minion. Are we? What are we
No.
doing?
So Rita, you're able to find those flight paths to get over there, okay? And funny enough,
Okay.
the flight paths even show like common use, like because like people that are going to be traveling around the planet, even though the planet doesn't have a specific highway lanes or whatever it is, it does show common like flight paths that people are taking, because that's how it has it mapped out so well from from A to B, so on and so forth, right? Because people do it often, so almost like a Google Maps or like a Waze, like updates the information. You can see paths people take. The good news about that is, you want to go ahead and make me a education average check?
2 purple.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so the check was to find out which locations, like points of origin, seem to often fly over in that direction. So you could find out like which points of origin people use to fly out in that direction. However, with you being a slicer, you also realize that, you know what? This is your triumph here. As a slicer, you come to realize, you know, if I really wanted to utilize the HoloNet to my benefit, I bet I can use either this terminal or a different one to kind of tap into the different what do they call it, transponders on the vessels going back and forth. And I'm sure I could find out which vessels go back and forth often enough to know who acts as more of like a ferry than who is maybe like a one-off visiting the planet or whatever it might be. You would be a separate check, of course, and you have to use a terminal that you feel comfortable sitting at for a while to try to slice through and extrapolate that kind of, you know, data. But you could probably, I mean, we all know that companies totally hold on to dark data. You're just gonna be tapping it.
Yeah, I know. I'll do that. But I'll find, I guess, a terminal that's like, I don't know, makes more sense to spend more. I mean, I'm a droid, so I guess it's not really conspicuous. Just getting information and looking.
But you don't want
But
to do that here.
yeah,
Cool.
not yeah.
Cool. So you find a way that maybe you'll be able to even find an easy to find ferry and transponder, so you can even find it super easy. Awesome. Cool. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do here with all of the credits that you've procured? Arena getting this apparently a prototype. Whatchamacallit? Or are we good to?
C battery.
Was there anything else that we needed or saw or noticed in this sellers area that like jumped out at us?
No.
No.
You guys weren't looking for anything in particular. Nothing just went like,
Okay.
buy me.
Cool.
Okay.
Uh,
But there's a droid in there that jumps out at you and says, buy me. And then they put a
much?
bolt onto it and it shuts down.
damn it. I like
And then
that.
we
There we go.
realized it's a sex robot.
How much?
Tree fitty.
I have 9,000 credits. Is that enough?
you
Buy
don't
me.
need
I'm
to
really
know.
hard.
Wait, you don't
How
need to
much?
ask how much. You look them up.
They put this straight bolt on it and it's like, poo.
That'd be 10,000
castle.
credits. We gotta talk them down.
All right. So, anyways, you guys make your way out of that place. Where do you go to next? To Bato to inform him that,
Oh yeah.
I guess
or,
we
or you're
need a
gonna go
place.
establish a room first.
Yeah, we need a place. We need a place.
So one of the good things I imagine you're looking for is a place that doesn't ask questions. So for a place that doesn't ask questions, you're gonna
Most
want to
of
go
them.
one of two ways. One, really high end. Two, really low end.
How much is really high end?
For each of
Really
you,
high end.
a night would cost 1,000 credits.
A
That's for
1,000
like
per person.
that's for like I'm getting diplomat quality treatment.
Low end is fine.
Even me?
You're an assistant. You don't they don't pay for a room for you. You just are attached to somebody and
You
you're
just plug into the wall and you're good to go.
we pay for power.
Yeah, like an
You
iPhone.
you're gonna
Low
open the
end.
mini bar and eat the nuts? You think you'd have
Low
these
end.
nuts?
Low end.
So who has to pay though? It would be it'd be
It would be you.
Farron, me, and Bato.
That's good math.
Okay, but what if I was an assistant? What if Bato was also an assistant? We're all assistants to
Yes.
Varen.
I look like an assistant.
Low end,
Well,
they could probably be like, how many rooms do you want? We'd be like, one. They'd be like, all right. They probably just give us the fucking mattress on a floor room.
And then you pull out the lightsaber and you say, "I'm important." And they go, "Oh, right
They
away."
would be like,
Maybe
what the
then
fuck
they
is
point and
that?
go high end.
That's
That's
what
where
I
I
meant.
shoot them with my gun and then just take the key for free.
They're gonna bend over, drop their drawers, and show us their low ends.
So anyways,
Does that get us a room?
you guys go low end, right? Check out
Maybe.
prices. So you're
Yes.
walking in, and it literally is one of those fun scenarios. The two of you and the droid were walking in, and they say,
This is a joke. Oh, okay.
One
what's the
was
punchline?
assaulted.
they say,
Okay, so a Jedi, a
Welcome.
pilot, and a droid walk into a
welcome to our fancy establishment.
Mike
Thanks, Gilbert.
Are
Turn
you,
the page, wash your hands.
are you looking to get a pair of rooms, or are you two boys together?
Oh, no,
All
two
right.
rooms.
Wazowski always watching.
How much per room?
Two rooms. yeah.
Individual rooms then. Okay, that's gonna be 5 credits a night.
Make it
And there's
three.
beds in these rooms. Hold on, Varen.
What kind of establishment do you think I'm running here? There could be beds in there for an additional 2 credits a night each.
Make it 3
3 beds?
and 3 rooms.
You want to have 3 rooms? That's going to be 7 credits, and if you want 3 beds, that's an additional. That's going to be 6 more, so that's going to be 13 credits a night.
Can we do 10?
I like how we're just buying regular rooms with no furniture or anything.
I'm just gonna
give them fucking 50 credits to shut the fuck up.
Dude, what the fuck? Now we're locked in
Well,
here.
hold on, don't give him 50 credits, okay? Let's see, 39, 52 credits. That covers you for 4 nights.
We only
We do
need
10?
don't we?
They're only
We have to
13
be at the other
credits.
side of the island tomorrow.
They're only 13 credits.
Can we do 10?
Are you
That's what
gonna
I'm
need any additional accommodations?
What else you got?
Well, it all depends. Let's see, the Wi-Fi password isn't free. You're gonna have to pay for that. If you want to use the hotel terminal, you can use that as well, but we do charge by the grouping of 10 minutes for that one. You're welcome to use that, however. That also needs the Wi-Fi password, so it is a
my
little
friend here said he
additional
wanted to
cost
take a
that's right
bath
there
when we
for
landed.
you.
Is that
Oh,
something
if
we
you
could
want to
do?
go ahead and use our cleansing facilities, you're welcome to do that as well. But
Do you have any
the-
adult movies?
adult movies, we do have adult movies as well. Listen, but if you're gonna go for an adult movie, I suggest you instead hire one of the Cathar. They both provide the services you want and the services you need.
We've got one on ice.
You're not for sale, are you, ma'am? Just kidding.
Listen, sweetheart, I'm done with those days. You couldn't afford me.
I
Back in
believe
those
you.
days, they called me the Grundle.
The things I do.
I called my customers the small pikes. If you catch my drift. Because I guzzled them
Phasmophobia,
down.
Ghost Hunters Core, Marbles, GTRP. I'm playing GTRP tonight, actually.
All right, so
should
you
find
guys
me,
gotta get the room for one night. Do you need the terminal as well, or the Wi-Fi password?
No, just the rooms, and we'll do
yeah,
2
we need the
nights up
terminal.
front here. We don't need the terminal. We don't need the terminal.
Yes, I need the terminal.
We don't need the terminal. There's free
that?
terminals outside.
No, there's not. There's no free terminals
Free
anywhere.
terminals outside.
We
How
just
much is the
we just
fucking
met a guy
terminal?
with a free terminal.
How much is a goddamn terminal?
Oh, the terminal. It's just gonna cost you an additional 2 credits every 10 minutes you use it.
10 minutes. Fuck off.
It's
This is running
okay.
on Facebook all night.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna mark you off here. You're using the terminal for an hour, so don't worry about that.
I'm just giving them 50 credits for one goddamn night and a tip.
Two goddamn
A
nights
tip?
at a tip.
You're
We
gonna
don't- we're
listen,
leaving. The
sweetheart. I
fucking
told you I don't
meeting's
take
tomorrow.
the
Giving him
tip
50 credits, it
anymore.
doesn't matter.
If you want to give me the tip,
Wade's
you're
giving
gonna
him
have
the
to
tip, chat.
deliver significantly more credits than that. But in the
Poggers in
meanwhile,
the chat.
why don't you
Fix
go
the
ahead and
skateboard.
get
Oh,
those
my fuck.
rooms over there?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. She's so nice.
You guys,
Die.
you guys go walking into the rooms and find out like which rooms they are. You open them up, and there's literally 3 empty rooms. And a couple
Like
moments
that.
later, she comes shuffling down the area. No, she is not a fuck. What are they called? Hut. It would be 2 on the nose.
Oh, come on.
So she comes shuffling down and she flops one mattress, and it is an old school mattress, onto one floor. She comes back later on, gets another one, flops it down, comes back later on and flops down the other one, and says, "Will your droid be charging herself or not? Because there's an additional fee for the charging."
No, no charging. She's solar powered.
I don't know what that means.
Solar.
Yeah, our government here doesn't support that fake type of science.
Oh.
Our world here is flat.
Chat,
She
why are you being mean to
charges
me?
on crystals energy.
All right, listen, if you guys need absolutely anything else, you let me know, and you just make sure you give old Lady Grundle a call, and I'll come and assist you.
Do you guys have breakfast?
I swear to fucking God, man.
Between 7 and 10 a.m., you can get the.
Listen,
God,
there's
yeah.
only
Tap it out. I
Brackets.
can't do this. I'm going to bed.
there's
Everybody's
only
streaming
there's
now.
only one man there's only one man I'd serve breakfast for, and that is Jesus, Brett. There's only one man I'd serve breakfast for, and that is a nice succulent little Mandalorian. But you don't really find those around anymore. You find
Oh,
me a
yeah, yep.
Mandalorian, and I'll make you breakfast. I'll give you all the
Sounds
eggs
good.
you want.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Grundle, was it?
Yeah, she's a Mon
All right.
Calamari, just to be clear.
She likes calamari. Good to know.
She is a Mon Calamari.
Good to know.
He likes calamari.
She is a Mon Calamari.
She's
It's a
called
trap.
calamari.
It's a
Lady
trap.
Grundle, what are you again? I'm sorry.
I'm Patrick. Hi.
Listen, you guys have yourselves a wonderful night. She starts to walk away, and she turns
Hey,
back and
Vato,
asks,
we have a room.
did you want locks for those doors?
No, we like the air.
All right. She walks away.
This room sucks, Farron. What the fuck?
Can't believe we're paying 10 credits a minute for this room.
Charge hourly. I'd call Bato, and I'm assuming we'd be able to take those bodies in here without any questions or anyone tailing us or anything.
She looks at the bodies as you just wheel by with them. If you look at her while she's looking at the bodies, she looks at you for a second, and then she just shrugs and goes back to whatever it was she was doing.
Hey, Grundle! Taps on the glass, the bulletproof glass separating us. Grundle!
Yes, sweetheart.
See that guy carrying those,
Oh my, of all the fish in
Yeah.
all the seas, bless my stars. Is that a Mandalorian? Oh boy. Hey, cutie over there. Cutie with the
I
Beskar
love how
booty.
that's how excited she gets. Oh boy.
Hey, Bato! You got a fan!
Are you really a Mandalorian, or are you just one of them Mandalorian killers that wear the armor?
You just hear his rifle light up.
She's behind glass, Bato. It won't work.
That's not true. It's bulletproof glass,
We've
not
heard
laserproof
Filbert
glass.
for like 20 minutes now. I'm dying. I'm actually dying inside.
That's not true. We've done worse.
This is
You
great.
can Gilbert Godfrey if you want instead.
You can find me at
husband.
twitch.tv/minion7.
Don't let my wife see the
You
Mandalorian.
can find Rena the Destroyer,
She'll lose her
Pokemon
mind.
and Bloodborne and shit.
My aunt!
Messi just, I don't know, he streams Rena's Twitter and he plays
Here.
Pokemon.
Is that a Mandalorian?
Patrick plays New
Honey.
World
They're my
Pokemon Go.
favorite!
Scott does
Can you
D&D
believe
Fridays
it?
and Mondays and Thursdays and shit. I don't fucking know.
Wow!
Thank you for tuning in, everybody.
So, Rena, you go over to the terminal later on that day.
God damn it. I
Okay,
can't believe we're
alright.
still going.
You look at
This
the
is
history,
awful.
it's all Mandalorian images.
That may be true.
I love how I'll go to the adult movie.
She
There's
has-
just Mandalorians in bikinis.
She has
Google it.
incognito mode turned on, but all the tabs are still up.
I'm just like, oh shit! Wow. I just opened a new tab, like
It's all helmet on, but nothing.
It's just the helmet. Buff dudes with just Mandalorian helmets.
What the fuck is happening? We were so good for like 3 hours.
Burger King.
Mandalorian
There's
teaches.
2 helmets on.
Mandalorian teaches.
oh my god.
Teaches hotel desk worker a lesson.
Find it on the hub.
Hotel concierge.
Pornhut.com.
Not Porn Hut.
Only Chan, I'm stuck.
Yeah. Porn Hut is killing me, dude.
That's got to be a real website. Like,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to look it up.
I do. I'm looking at Pornhut. I'm looking at incognito mode. Oh,
I did this.
oh God.
No, it's not real. It's not
It's
real.
not really. No,
Hey,
come
you can
on.
buy it right now. Anyone in chat wants to own Pornhut.com? It's open.
The site cannot be reached. Oh.
Wade owns onlywood.com or something like that.
Domain price search.
Only would,
Just
do
want to see
I?
how much it's worth.
I tried.
Namecheap.com.
Yeah, you don't remember?
So, Rena, you're trying to trace through their system to get.
There's 20 minutes left.
Yeah,
There's
there's
nothing
like-
to respond to.
There's like
year.
pop-ups that keep coming up, and I have to keep closing out on the pop-ups.
We
You know
should
what?
just
Rena's a
fucking-
really good idea. For all the memeing, we're gonna punish us for throwing on a red dye. So it was supposed to be.
Son of a
What the
Okay.
hell?
It was supposed to be 2 purples. But
Okay.
it was supposed to be 2 purples to go through this, but we're gonna throw on a red dye, and then because unfortunately the dial up here is so slow, we're gonna throw a black dye on there for you too. I don't know if you remove black dye for computers or not.
While I'm waiting, it's like.
Twitch.tv/Daylor, Twitch.tv/Minion777, Twitch.tv/Messi was taken, Twitch.tv/Ray the Destroyer. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Scott, does a Triumph clear off all those viruses, maybe?
Oh,
There's a
shit,
what?
what?
Is it a
Oh, that's
mechanics?
education. Sorry.
Was it Rena?
Is it a mechanics check I'm doing, or what am I
No,
doing?
Computers.
no, no,
No,
computers.
computers,
It's just
computers,
slicing.
damn.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can
that's
light
right.
side it though. We have one left.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
use
do
our last
that.
light sight. Last roll of the day, hopefully.
Yeah, I can't do anything else. So okay, yeah, I will do that.
Do you want to downgrade or upgrade?
Downgrade, I think.
Chat. This right here means I need to be more mean to them. We can't be ending sessions like this. This means
You
I
were
need
the
to be
one
mean
that
to them.
derailed us. That was all you.
No, no. I mean,
You didn't need to give her such
no.
a
I'm
dumb.
He's
I'm
pointing to the
pointing
dark
at
side,
pointing at the dark
total.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Use it, Rena. Let's go. Go,
I
go, go.
totally fucked up my throat. I need ice screw. Oh!
Oh my god.
Rena, not
Nice.
only are you able to succeed in busting the transponder code, so on and so forth, with all those
Bust.
advantages right there, with all those advantages, it's additional information you're able to acquire, right? And it's additional speed. You are very quickly able to crack this code, find out what you need to find out, which is not only which transponder is kind of going back and forth. There's actually specifically regular intervals that they do this at, and you're able to track how long it takes for them to get from location A to location B. This particular ship takes 3.5 hours to get to the other side of the planet, which means that if you, before your meeting, you head out at least just several hours early, you'd be fine. You have fine. But if you want to head out like at first thing in the morning, that gives you the opportunity to really scour the area, get a lay of the land, and find out who the hell it is that you're going to go there. Because as it stands right now, you don't know where exactly you're meeting this person on that island. You're going to want to figure out where that location is, find out spots where Bato can set up a sniper spot and things like that. Because obviously you can't have Bato and Varen be seen, right? Because they're the ones that are being purchased, right? Not to mention tonight you're going to have to try to take those things off and put them onto the other people's
The name tags.
the
With
tags.
the serial
Oh, right.
codes.
The issue is with the crash that you did beforehand. You needed to deliver 3. You're going to be able to have 3. One that says Bato, one that says Varen, and one that is Krasa. So you're going to have to handle that situation as well.
Okay.
So, luckily for you, well, that's up to you how you want to try to handle that situation moving forward, because Krasa is inside this device. So I don't know what, you're going to have to discuss with them what your plan is. But you definitely are able to find out the ship, the model of the ship, so on and so forth. And it's just like, it's like it's an airspeeder. So, you know what I mean? It's just like effectively like a planetary jet. So something like this has the ability to go into upper atmosphere, so into like space, like almost like high enough up you can start to see the darkening of the sky and so on and so forth. So it can handle like the pressure differences and whatnot, and utilize like the altitude to drop in much easier, right? As you're jumping to the other side of the planet. But unfortunately, it cannot actually like leave and go fully into space, because it doesn't have the ability to maintain those kind of extreme temperatures for very long, right? So it's not something you're going to use to leave the planet on. Anyways, yeah, you can easily pull up that information. You're going to want to discuss with them what the plan is for Krasa, Bato, and Varen. So I imagine pulling yourselves down into one of their rooms. We'll say the slightly largest room was the Mandalorians. In case you wanted me to come visit. So you're going to want to discuss with them, Rena. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, then, I mean, I'd ask them to come down. I imagine we're all in the same
Yeah,
place.
you get
at some
together.
point.
Yeah. Get together. And you get the 3 frozen bodies.
I've narrowed it down to 2 different times for these transporters. That could take us over. One, several hours in advance, so we could scope out the area. The other being a little bit closer to the meeting time. I would suggest going earlier so we can figure out exactly where it is we must go.
Agreed.
There is, however, the decision with the third carbonite. And you know,
Decision.
she's. They're expecting 3. One of the ones we have, you mentioned previously, was your companion.
Yes.
Did you want to give him up?
device of some kind, perhaps we could figure out where they wanted to take us and who's after us and pursue them.
You're suggesting letting them take all three, including your companion?
I'm not sure if I'm suggesting it yet, but offering it as an option to consider.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but we already know that we're not going to be able to thaw them unless we get them to a facility, right? And I imagine we can't carry it around with us everywhere we go. So maybe maybe it's best for your companion if they go with the ones looking for you.
Do you think it's more likely they would thaw them out or keep them like this, prisoners in carbonite?
I mean, if they wanted to keep you prisoners, they wouldn't have bought you.
I cannot say what they will do with the people in carbonite once they have them.
Oh, Scotty, you're talking about your daughter in the frozen lake.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Don't worry, I can still read it with a line through it.
We also don't have any way to track at the moment. I don't have a tracking device.
We can go back to that shop and buy one.
What are the odds
Have
of
it.
them not discovering it and removing it?
About as likely as they'd recognize your face. Well, your not face.
Bato's not here for this conversation, right?
You are.
Yeah, no, you would be. You would be.
Oh, I am? Okay. I don't think Bato would have any tracking devices, especially if all of my weapons and tools and stuff were taken anyway.
You might be able to buy one upstairs.
Yeah.
If you do it before the session ends, you probably get it a bit cheaper. You just have to look one up really quickly for you while you're talking.
As much as I hate to agree with the green man, he makes a good point.
It's pride. That's okay. You'll get it.
We're already here, Varen. Those transponders to find out where they may lead Cross, as much as I hate to admit it. It is probably the smarter and safer choice for him and us.
Alright. Unless we think of something better in the meantime.
I suggest making haste. Go to the shop before it closes. That way we do not draw too much attention to ourselves.
They seem to like me. I'll go with you.
Very well.
So I guess we'll go back to the shop unless there's anything else anyone wants to say.
Well, one of us should stay because I didn't buy the locks.
I could
Bato
stay.
would stay as usual.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already staying, so.
Okay, just checking.
God, we're gonna cash in on our deal one more time to buy a transponder.
Yep.
Or a tracker, rather. or
Completely
whatever it's
understand.
called.
Completely understand. So, so you guys are going to look for this thing, and you come walking back in. Messi, I imagine, goes, and they're like, "Oh, welcome back." Or he's like, "Oh, welcome back. Did you change your mind?"
We need a long-distance tracking device that's difficult to detect.
Yeah, just business.
Oh, no problem. The long distance tracking device. Yeah, we have a couple of tracking devices here that would you could probably detect from across the planet.
Longer distance than that.
Oh, if you're looking for something that's going to be able to be noticed outside of like the system, like you can't really track something that's gone through a hyperspace jump. So like that doesn't really exist. It's actually talked about in episode 8 of Star Wars, I think. It was extremely unusual. They could track them through hyperspace.
Whoa. This is breaking the fourth wall a lot, Scott.
Sorry.
Wasn't that like
episode
immediate?
8,
That was
so
like
confused.
immediate tracking. Was that actually tracking in general?
That was like they were able to trace
That was
where
short
the hyperspace
range.
jumps were going. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
they
was
say
short range.
anything that's going to be tracking outside of a system, the system you're in, is going to be pretty hard to get your hands on. And
The
mind
best
you,
thing
we
you
can,
have that can track within the system.
I can help you with that. Though I have to say that something like this, if you want it to be discreet, it's going to be sending a pretty specific signal, and it's going to require some type of power source. Hold on, let me go pull up what I have over here. He's like, see this right here? This is going to be what you need. This is what's called a tracking system suite. The thing is, with this, it's not like it's like a handheld or anything like that. As you can see, these are components that you're going to have to attach on to like maybe a suit of armor, especially if somebody's got a helmet like yours right there. Maybe, I don't know how modded out your armor is, but you might be able to attach this onto yours, and this will be able to feed the signal directly to you. So you'll be able to personally track it with your helm and whatnot that you have. We can give this to you. That'll be able to kind of boost the distance that you can see the signal because you have a constant feed for it, right? Otherwise, this thing is going to be able to send a slightly more general broadcast on the planet, maybe like a nearby moon. But with this, you should probably be able to reach as far out as the furthest planet. This system's a little rough because it's got 2 belts. So past the
How
second
much?
belt, I imagine. Let's see, the mod that's here, 50% off. He goes, the mod that's here, he's like, this thing usually runs for 1,000, but it's a little bit of an antiquated system. And he looks over at Pride for a second. I can get it to you for 500. As for the actual tagger, the one that you're going to be putting on the whatever it is that you're tracking, I assume you want only one tagger.
One should be sufficient.
Good, because the long range one, I only have one of these. This thing's a little bit more expensive, as you can imagine. It itself, for that range, costs normally 2,000 credits, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you on this one, because I like you. I'll sell it to you for 1,000 because it has a bit of a history to it, and he'll actually pull out the tagger and show it to you. And you can actually see by looking at the tagger, you're like, no idea what that, and then you kind of like flip it over and you see the Imperial mark on there, and you're like, oh. So, I mean, he's like, I fully redid the suite. It's all upgraded. It's all been changed and altered. It's a different transponder code and everything. But I have to point it out because, you never know what they might be able to discover in the future. But I can tell you for now, I've completely changed everything out.
We shouldn't need it for long, I think.
So the pair I'll sell to you for the 1,500. If you were going much shorter range, I mean, I could sell you something for for less than 200 credits if you were keeping it.
1,500 is fine.
Well, I suppose that makes sense with all the shit we just bought off you. He nods and says, "All right, I'll take care of that." By the way, did you guys hear about that explosion earlier? He says he brings you over to the register to start ringing you out.
Yeah, remember how I told you we had lost a ship?
Oh, he goes back to what he's doing. He's like, and then it's almost like one of those. He gives you those look, like a sympathetic look, and he's like, "I get it now." And
All right, so I just took the 1,500.
Yep, that's perfectly fine. He gives you now that suite that upgrade would actually have to be modded onto your armor. I'll have to look up the rules really quickly for modding equipment. It's actually right in that book right there. But honestly, we can handle that next session because that's
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah. So that can be our next session. But so yeah, Rena would have to mod that on there, and it's mostly an issue of if there's going to be an additional cost for applying parts. Wait, do you have any mods in your armor as it is?
The armor, no.
So I think the first mod you put into armor is like 100 credits worth of materials, I believe. But like I said, we'll just assume whatever it is that you need. We'll just pick it up next session. We'll pay the credit cost to get the supplies she needs for next session to pull it off, okay?
The armor you have me put on has 0 hard points, though.
Ooh, that's going to have to go on to Pat's armor then. Does Pat have any remaining hard points, or is he already stiff?
My armor?
Mhm.
The armor you gave me doesn't have any hard points, I don't think.
What are you
I
wearing?
don't think it ever did.
I'm almost
What are
positive.
you
do.
wearing?
We'll have to take a look at it.
Yeah, we'll check afterwards.
I'm wearing laminate armor.
Yeah, that has hard points. That has like 2 or 3, yeah.
I have 3 then. I don't think I've ever used any.
Yeah, I'll double check in the armor in the book. Either way, so Rena, you're gonna have to mod onto whoever's armor with the suite to be able to take this signal. Otherwise, there's actually what's really cool is once it's on him, there's the typical price for typical surveillance tagger is only 175 credits. Right, that's usually way cheaper. And with a suite on, you can get extreme range, which is most of a planet. So unless it's like a super sized planet, right? Anyways, cool. You guys are able to come to that conclusion. You're gonna put the tagger on Krasa, and it looks like you're going to feed Krasa to the wolves.
We don't have too many options at the moment.
Session, you guys are gonna be waking up in the morning, with the exception of Rena, who's not going to sleep. She's just not going to power up. She can do that while she's in the vessel. She's going to stay up overnight doing the modification and heading over to the transport ship to see how many credits it costs to fly across the way. Not that much. Awesome. Wade, you've already done our outro.
Thing too?
Do you want to do like 16 more outros, or
I'm good. You guys want more outros?
Messi, you want to outro yourself?
Yeah, I'm Wade. I'm streaming after this, so make sure you watch me.
Oh, that's funny. I'm also Wade. You can find me on twitch.tv/ Lord Minion. No, sorry, just Minion777.
You don't even know me.
Actually, if you don't want to go anywhere, I think I'm going to be. I think that channel is supposed to be rated. As long as Wade presses like one button on his computer, which is me, so I can be rated. Hey, Rena, is there anything you wanted to say?
Beep boop 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 beep boop boop bop.
Translation: Lord Minion 777
Not the-
on
cut the
YouTube.
Lord, don't cut the Lord.
On
Oh.
YouTube, or Minion 777 on Twitch. It's nice. Hey Pat, anything you wanted to say?
Yeah, my name's Patrick. You guys can give me all your Prime subs. I would appreciate it.
Translation
Thank
primers. Any primers in the chat can go to Minion777.
Make sure you guys go check out Daleric. He's got shows every day.
I got
all
shows.
the time.
And
Delric is my favorite 24/7 stream, honestly. I'm happy to know I can just tune into that whenever, especially next week, and it is constantly on.
reminder: there's no session next week. I'm on vacation. Also, I never say this, and I get yelled at by some people for never saying this. And I actually said it earlier in the session, specific as somebody asked. But hey, if you're ever curious, if you swing by patreon.com/Lost Initiative, there are ways that you guys could actually affect the campaign, like creating NPCs for them to encounter, creating items for them. Some of those items may have already been introduced into this campaign. Maybe they haven't. We'll find out some other time. What was I going to say? You can also, what the fuck's I going to say? Make quests for them to go on, blah, blah, blah. But wait, are you live? Can we raid you?
I'm a button away.
Oh, cool. You go live so I can raid you.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Minion.
Bye, Dad.
7765432. What is it? How many?
I know you see
Oh,
somehow
I'm
the
live.
world will change for me.